Waiting for it.
I need to make sure I don't blow us out here.
Check 1, 2.
This should be on.
Roger, 10-4. Roger.
Roger Dodger.
Hey, there we are. Look at that.
Roger.
Hey, there we go.
Affirmative, Roger.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Oh, goodness.
I think
Yeah, you want to move that light so you can see it?
No, we'll be all right.
How much of delay is there?
It don't matter.
Doesn't matter. Just don't watch yourself on it.
Yeah, because there's a delay.
All right.
There's kind of a delay. How's that supposed to work?
Yeah.
Well, if it's a live broadcast, you need that 5 seconds in
see?
case something happens.
Oh, is that what it is?
That's what it is. So you can
Yeah.
bleep it out.
Oh.
Beep. Beep.
That-
I'll be the beeper.
There you go.
Everybody can hear us good?
It's a successful connection.
Check 1, 2.
There we go. Look at
Hey,
that.
we're in
There we
Kansas.
go.
Now we're talking.
Yeah.
We are in Kansas, Northeast Kansas. Roger, what county are we in? Oh, yeah, that's right. The prison.
Leavenworth.
Leavenworth
Military
County.
prison. Yeah.
There you go.
Antler Creek
Oh, well, there we go.
in Leavenworth County.
Cool.
We're going.
That's nice. We don't usually have the big.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like this. We can now read the I actually can see it, so you know it's big.
Yeah, there you go. We're in it now.
Yeah.
We're in it now. We are in it now. Where are the Yellow Jackets?
Hey,
They are
Yellow
here.
Jackets in
Yeah.
attendance.
They're here.
They're here.
Have at it.
They're here. All right, we're going to just give everybody a few minutes just to get connected here. And then everybody will introduce themselves. No, I'm just kidding. We know everybody. This is your first time, Uncle Dale.
First time.
Featuring Unkandale.
Featuring.
Featuring.
We were joking leading up to
Which
this here.
feature are we featuring?
Featuring.
Featuring.
Uncle Dale.
Featuring Uncle Dale. All right, cool. We're getting cranking here now.
Yeah.
Bear with us. We're just going to give everybody a few minutes to get connected.
Wait, I like this comment. Which one voted for Kamala?
Say what?
Did you see the comment?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Who voted?
I don't know. What's that about?
Did you vote
I voted.
for Kamala?
No.
Interesting.
No.
Oh.
I voted for the other toe.
Mhm. We'll dive right into politics. That's always a good start.
Yeah. Right,
That's always a great start.
right at the beginning.
Yep. Nick, thanks for checking on us.
I'm good, Nick.
Dun, dun, dun.
We're all here right away. That's the problem.
I
Usually
know.
we come in 10 minutes later, let you
Yeah.
do the whole thing. Or,
Well, it worked out well because obviously it gets dark at like 5:35, 5:40 out here. So like we're all
Yeah.
kind of
time for dinner.
moving out. Yeah, we got dinner.
Today got actually a little darker quicker.
It was, man. I thought it was going to get dark at like 5 o'clock. the way
Yeah.
it
It was
felt.
starting to.
I got down to 525 today.
Did you?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm down in
Yeah.
the woods. So like,
Same.
You know, I hunted just out of a tree. I texted you that, right? Yeah, I wanted to get down before
Yeah.
I got to. I just stood in a tree limb today,
Did you?
this afternoon.
we,
Yeah.
we tied in at least.
No,
No.
no, I should have been.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, you should have been.
Yeah, I was not very high off the ground.
Oh, look,
you know?
mom's watching. You got to behave, Dad.
What's that?
Said mom's watching. You got to behave.
Uh-oh.
She's I love my boys.
There's no beer.
I love my boys.
No, here, wait a minute. Cover that up.
There you go.
That's what everybody was
cozy on it.
texting, and they're like, "Graham wants to watch the live feed." I was like, "She doesn't want to watch this. It's
No.
R-rated. I don't think she wants to watch it,
Yeah.
but she can."
Yep.
Cool. Well, we'll get cranking. People can keep jumping in, and we've got a screen behind us here, so we can kind of see everybody's live comments, which will be nice as we try to go back through. So if you've got comments or questions or want us to talk about stuff, yeah, we'll keep it clean, Mom. Just make sure that you have it in there because it'll be hard for Jared and I to go back and read them. So we may ask you to do the same thing over again. But as we stated, we are in Kansas. We're at Antler Creek Whitetails in Leavenworth County. And so what is today? Is today Thursday?
Today is
Today is
Thursday.
Thursday.
God. This Thursday, we got here Sunday evening and started hunting on Monday. And boy, we kind of got off to a slow start.
It's been a grind.
It's been a grind.
It
Yeah.
is.
You know, and the biggest thing, and this, man, there's not been many Kansas trips over the last 10 years that we've had like good weather for. And we don't have the flexibility for this trip. Usually it's always the third week in November is typically what we do. And so it's kind of like whatever weather gets thrown at us, that's just what we have. And it seems like, man, so often we end up catching like high 60s, 70-degree temperatures. This week it's been like rain and fog and just, there's nothing you can do about it, right? I mean, you'll see some deer, but like that's not favorable deer hunting conditions. I mean, we talk about it all the time. The way you kill big bucks is being flexible so that you can go out there and hunt them on the fronts.
Yeah.
And we actually looked like, I think it was even a week ago, that we were going to catch a front on Sunday. Like the front was going to pass through, rain a little bit Monday, and then it was going to clear out, and it was going to be like low to mid 50s and 30s for like the rest of the week. And it was like, holy cow, we're actually going to catch this thing like spot on. And I don't know what happened. Like it ended up being Tuesday, then it was Wednesday.
Never did get that rain.
It's coming tomorrow now.
I know.
It's like it just pushed it the whole week. And so like, yesterday was supposed to be our best weather day.
It's just one of those like pseudo fronts. It never happened. They never are either. Like it looks like extreme, and you're like, oh, look, it's going to drop right off there, and then it just never even rained. The temperature never really, fell off completely. And
look at Nick, our producer, says, "Are Dwayne and Uncle Dale twins?"
We look that much alike. We should be sitting beside each other, man.
Wait. Does this shirt make me look fat?
No. How old were you guys when they separated you? Like, it was right
at the waist. Come on up.
Separated at the perineum.
Oh man. But yeah, so it just, that front just didn't happen. Yesterday was supposed to be our best weather day. It was supposed to be 30s in the morning, clear, and go up to the mid 50s. And like, I was probably right before daylight. I looked up and I'm like, I don't see any stars. And it just like was cloudy. I don't know if it ever dropped into the 30s yesterday morning.
No.
Like it was just heavy.
It was supposed to be 38 and ended up being like 42. 43.
Yeah, it was just heavy and just felt like overcast and just
thermals falling instead of rising in the morning.
Yesterday evening was probably the best hunt period that we had. Like it cleared out. It was in the 50s. Like I think all of us,
we had like 1 or 2 afternoons where it did clear up, and it's like you felt good for a minute.
Yeah, and so that was the best event, and you saw a shooter.
I did.
Yeah,
saw a big one.
Saw a big one.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Uncle Dale choked.
No.
Same thing happened to Jeremy today. It's like you guys had a shooter. His was also 15 yards and just
it was
no
15
shots.
yards.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, just no shots. It's not choking. I mean, you just. It just didn't work out.
I mean, like we've been struggling, everybody, just nobody's seeing a lot of deer, not seeing great deer. And it's just mostly because of what we think this front, this weather. But I'm sitting there in my comfortable ladder stand and not moping, but just like, I don't know, just after 2 days of all day hunting, not really ready either. Not expecting. I'm sitting on a place where there was a feeder and some corn spread out. And I was expecting to see some does first, and I'm just sitting there relaxed. I look over, a giant buck just standing there like 20 yards away from me. I'm like, it's like Dale in the headlights is what it was like.
It magically appeared.
Yeah. Right? It was shocking, and like I didn't really even believe what I was seeing, and I just sit there looking. I'm like, that's a giant buck, and I'm like, all right,
I should do something about
I should do something about
it. It's like everything was happening in slow motion. So I went to grab my bow. It seemed like it just all happened so fast. But when I went to grab the bow, he was so relaxed. I was like, just kind of watching him for a minute. Like instead of thinking about just shooting him right away, I'm so used to at our Ohio farm taking a measure of deer, and that's what I started doing with him for whatever reason. Everybody says, "Oh, you'll know a big buck when you see it." Now, this thing was a big buck. I mean, we all decided it was.
Oh yeah,
it's a giant.
Yeah,
70 something.
No doubt.
Yeah,
I described it to Roger, the outfitter, and he's like, "Yeah, that's a giant buck." And so,
which had not been on that property, or at least known to be on that property.
Yeah. So I'm kind of looking at him for a minute, and then for whatever reason, he decided to turn and walk right up the edge. So he's walking right to me, and I'm turned like, well, I'm. I could shoot like this. I should have been standing, but I wasn't. It was probably an hour little bit over an hour left in the hunt. So I was going to have to turn completely to the right like this. So when he's walking right to me, I'm like, thing's got a 24-inch spread. It's walking right to me. And I'm like, he's super relaxed, super calm. Just don't do anything drastic. I thought he was just going to turn and walk right up towards that to the food. And he got underneath this big umbrella that I had of a tree. He's 10 yards from me underneath the tree. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I could already see him on the wall. He was so relaxed, a giant deer. I didn't have time to get nervous. Biggest deer by far I've ever seen in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And before I knew it, now he's walking away out into the center of the field. Like he's just going to go scent check this feed up here. He's 35 yards. I'm like, this is not good. He's going to be out of range. So I blat at him just instinctively. And he stopped and he turned. And I already have my bow drawn and I'm right on. I'm like 30, 35. And I've got a hole like this to shoot through. And with that angle, I mean, very, very steep. I did not feel comfortable with it. Like if it had been one or the other, I probably would have done it. But the combination of it being such a steep angle and that little hole to shoot through, and I'm thinking, well, if I don't do anything, maybe he'll just turn and walk around and give me
At that point, was he 30 yards away?
I'm estimating. I didn't range him because it was all happened. So I can't range him through the tree. But
Right.
I mean, when he first come out, he was 20 yards from me. And that's what I'm sick about. Like, I'm not upset about passing the shot up because it was sketchy. I mean, there's guys out there that would have taken it and probably killed him, but I just didn't feel like I could 100% make the shot. And, I didn't think it was going to be over. It all happened so fast.
Mm-hmm.
But I did have a little bit of time in the beginning with the guys were, kind of busting me about, like, instead of just gawking at the thing, I should have been in instant kill mode. And you don't have much time with him. He turned and started walking up to the tree.
Just like that.
Facing me, but what a stud of a deer.
Well, I mean, we talked about it, and I think you said it there too. Like, I mean, the hard quartering away. I mean, you can slip it in there, you can kill the deer. The biggest one is like that hole you're shooting through. It's not like the deer was there and the obstruction was right in front of them. It was like 10, 15, 20 yards in front of the deer. Like it's in between you. And so your flight of your arrow isn't going to necessarily be the sight window you're looking at. And so, that probably is the biggest thing to look at and say, more than likely you would have dinged something and thrown that off. Based on how it was.
I mean, you don't know. I mean, a lot of guys have the mentality where you can't kill them if you don't shoot at them, but I'm just not like that. I mean, that feeling of them getting away is ridiculously horrible.
It's awful.
Like it's embarrassing. Well, both. It sucks to lose them when you wound them, but that's way worse than losing one that just got away like happened last night. I mean, but it'll haunt me. It's by far the biggest buck I've ever seen.
Well, and even like the reaction, like, when you stopped him, like he didn't like it, enough that like he didn't expect that. Yeah. And so that kind of nerves and things were really there for sure. So, I mean, it hard to say, right? It's just like any of these deer. That deer that I saw tonight, like I would have bet money as I let that deer walk 40 yards away that I probably could have just grunted at him and it'd been fine, but ultimately it's not gonna, he didn't like it, and just kind of eased off.
Yeah. I mean, it's really easy the hardest part I had when I was young growing up, I remember I used to ask a guy, like, how do you know when to draw the bow? And the guy, his advice to me was when you can kill him. And I'm like, oh, that's pretty obvious, but it takes years of shooting at them before you can really figure that out. And for me, a lot of it's just watching the body language. And that deer was very relaxed, but it's a big, mature, you guys think at least 5 or 6 year old deer.
5 or 6, yeah.
And he was just walking on a line right to the tree. So I'm like, there's no way I'm going to get turned and draw on him. I'll wait till I have opportunity to draw. And I never dreamt that I would not have that opportunity, but that was when he was walking away from the tree. So that's when I drew. And I don't know. And
we analyzed it over and over. I mean, I don't think he did anything wrong. It's like the only thing you could have changed is if you could have heard him coming, you'd have turned and been ready for whatever it was.
If I'd have seen him pop out of he was in this cedar thicket behind me, and he just I just looked over and there he was. We haven't been seeing very many deer. But, so I mean, credit to Roger. He got me on a good one. I mean, it was
but I think the other thing is we were talking about, and I don't think that until you're in the place and you're seeing how things are happening, weather related or just deer herd related, was that, typically when you're out in those kind of situations, it's like, okay, here comes a small buck, here comes some does. Like you're put into the point of like deer are coming out, they're doing the thing, right?
Right.
And then eventually, just like for most of this thing, it's like the big buck's the last one to come out,
Yeah.
right?
Or even just throughout the week, it's like you're prepared for deer. In this case, it's day 3 or whatever, and it had been slow. So it's like we just
Day 3.
not that you weren't ready. It's just it's surprising to see a deer. You're like, holy cow!
There was something weird psychological going on there, though. It's like I don't understand why when I see the trail cam pictures after the fact that hey we hadn't seen, but he showed it. Well, was it this one? I'm like, yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah.
But for some reason in the field, like I don't know, I just like when he popped up. I guess I saw a side view and it looked good. I mean, he had rows of points, nice points. The 10 point. Would you guys figure him 170?
Mid-70s
Plus,
probably.
yeah.
There is an element of seeing giant bucks. I found that like you just almost like you fantasize it about it so much, or I have at least. I'm sure you have too. And it's like when you finally actually
Apparently not enough. Not
well, but when you actually see one in the field, there's like an
Yeah.
element of disbelief.
Yeah.
It just really happened.
You're like, am I seeing giant antlers on that thing's head? It's just kind of like
Yeah.
it's a weird thing.
Yeah, for me, it was almost like a delayed realization of what it was until he got out of range. It's almost like they have that ability to do that. Like he did after he turned, and I could have shot him right there, but I did not feel. I was thinking 30%, 40% odds of killing him. Slipping through there. I'm like, no, I'm not going to do it. I thought, well, he'll turn and walk, but he took a couple scampers. Now he's 50 or 60.
Mhm.
Now it's over
Mhm.
for me.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of guys.
Well, I mean, even anybody like I'll take a 50-yard shot, but not on a high alert whitetail.
No.
Yeah.
Like that's not a
No.
good shot.
And then he just disappeared over the hill, and it's like it was a minute ago. I was mounting the thing in my living room.
Yeah.
It just and he was so close. Like that's
Well, explain to the group what you sent to Jared and I, like 20 minutes before.
Little karma.
oh yeah, karma. Okay.
Karma,
Yeah. So
All right. Well, I don't know if I could maybe pull
Oh.
you don't have to just describe
this. Can
it.
you show this on there or not?
No,
can't-
I mean you can hold it up like
Yeah.
Yeah.
but describe it.
So basically, yeah, you're sitting there, and it's been slow hunt. Nobody's been seeing very good quality, and it's not. It's just the weather's been horrible, and so I was kind of trying to get Dwayne and Jared. I'm like, check out this giant one here at 70. Should I send one? And I took a picture off the internet that looked like a deer in a hayfield that I was hunting. And Jared's like, yeah, man, send it.
Just send it, man.
Send it.
Let's
Like,
go.
10 minutes later, a better one that I could find on the internet stuffs out. And it's like, oh, if I wouldn't have been playing on my phone with fake deer to these guys. So,
Mm.
yeah.
That's crazy though. I mean, because like you said, if we look at like everything leading up to that, I mean, I think at that point the biggest we saw is I saw that like 4-year-old that was probably ballpark 150. But like the infrequency of seeing deer,
Mhm.
like you start to let your guard down. It's inevitable.
Just
when
even
you're sitting out
even
there.
in the course of your life, like dude, those moments are so. Think about it,
Rare.
like, your
Yeah.
whole life, 50-some years, you've been like, I could see a deer like that, and then there he is. You look over, just look over to your right, and you're like, and then you have a 15-second encounter.
Well,
and it's
yeah, like for me personal, all of our goals are different here. What we're trying to accomplish. I had shot my best deer in 1999 in Pennsylvania, and I've been trying for 25 years to shoot a better one. And we've had some quality deer in Ohio.
We have.
There've been opportunities to do that, but I can't do it. I'm like, this is the opportunity right here. They're here.
well, this is your first time to hunting the Midwest,
First
right?
time, yeah.
You know what I mean? So all these years you've been trying to do that between Pennsylvania and
Right.
Ohio for the most part.
So, yeah, and it was there for just a split second. If I could do it, do it all over again, you took the chance.
We've all done it, dude.
Yeah.
Well, and it's been
Yeah.
worse. I mean, I had an opportunity like that on a 160 deer, like 5 years ago in Kansas or whatever. Walked into 20 yards at 1:00 in the afternoon. And I thought he was 30 yards. I skipped one right off the top of his shoulder blades.
Yeah.
In a way, that's worse because I had the opportunity, I made it, and I blew it.
Yeah.
I blew it.
Yeah.
It was my fault.
I told you about that wide boy, that 180. I mean,
Yep.
I pulled back a shot, lighted knock disappeared right in his shoulder. He ran off. Called my wife. I was like, just killed the biggest buck of my life. Had other bucks running around me, 5-year-olds breeding does. And then I got down. I'm like, where's my arrow? It was 6 feet closer to me than the deer because it hit straight shoulder, blew the lighted knock out the back, and then broke off at the ferrule. But all the perception of that was pass through when that leaded knock blew out.
What it was one of those knocks. You remember those?
Yeah.
And it exploded when it hit the shoulder. The thing
Just
exploded. So when it went off, he thought it just disappeared.
It just disappeared behind the shoulder.
I think you're right, Dale.
Or knockout or
the
whatever.
idea that you didn't shoot, so you don't have the guilt of wounding a deer, which I've wounded one, and it feels horrible, right?
Yeah. Well, we all know it's like the alternative is like, dude, even today, still you could be out there like
looking for blood.
looking for blood. Or
Well, you guys talked about it, I think, a couple months ago or a month ago on the podcast. Yeah, at the farm. I mean, I had a little mishap, and it was a pot shot, and it's like I'm having a year. I mean, and you really start to question things. Like I've gone since 1997 without wounding one, and it's because I don't take stupid shots, far shots. And we all say, oh, it can happen, but I really think if you really know your effective range, and mine varies from year to year, from day to day, and just stay within it. Like I'm kind of a 35-yard guy, I mean, Dwayne and I were out there shooting 40, laying them right in there. But when a deer is on to you,
It's a lot different.
it's different. So, but anyhow, where was I going with that?
I don't know.
We're old guys.
Well, no, we're saying that
Yeah.
you didn't have the guilt of.
I think you did the right thing.
Yeah.
of
I mean,
wounding
no,
a
I don't-
deer.
Well,
right?
but I think that had an impact on me though, because I mean, I took it hard. Like when we shot you guys had a little episode about it, I shot the deer in Ohio. It was a target buck. Jared was sitting with me. We found it. I knew it was going to be alive. We didn't know how bad it was hurt, but it was actually in fine condition from the drone. And then I was the first one to see it a month later and looked terrific. He's still going. A buck we call GR8, but that has an effect on you as far as the risks you're willing to take. Like, so I'm like, the next one I shoot, I'm going to make sure. Well, I shot a 7-point in Ohio here 2 weeks ago and got it. And so you get some of that confidence back. But even on this one, I'm just like, make sure, and it just wasn't, why risk it, So,
Well, it's good that it affects you. I mean,
Yeah.
we think it affects everybody, but it doesn't probably. I can recall mine was that pretty boy deer in Kansas. That one that came in at 20 yards, and I was like, that's it. I was like, I'm not doing that anymore. And I did. I missed one or two after. You're still dealing with the target panic that year. And I was just like, what is going on here?
Yeah.
But it was that deer in that specific encounter that, like, I was like, I got to change something here. So
Yeah.
I started totally from scratch. Mine was target panic. I mean, yours.
Well,
It isn't anything. I mean, you're not like having an issue with missing deer. It's like there was one instance, where you hit the deer a little low, and then you killed the next one. And
older guys like me and Jerry, you start wondering, is this the first step towards the,
but you know what? There's guys that would have turned and saw him and hurry up and reach for their bow and spooked him.
Oh,
and
yeah.
he saw and ran. And then you're kicking yourself. Why did I move so quick?
Yeah.
Why did I
Yeah.
take my time?
Yeah.
So there's always something.
well, there's no perfect way to do it.
No,
We were
no.
talking last night about like, well, would you have immediately gone for the bow? And I mean, we all have a different instinct or like reaction. I mean,
Right.
here, and I've just not like I planned it this way, but I've just noticed like the last 2 deer that I shot, and since we've been here, if I see deer that are, you grab the bow like right away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not worried about like if I have the bow in my hand, I'm going to shoot them. Like I don't need that level of like safety.
Mhm.
I'm going to get the bow in my hand and be ready and be
Right.
facing, and then I'm going to put the binos on top. And once I decided that he's dying, then I focus on killing him.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it too here has just been, and it depends on the setting. Like in your case, I think that deer slipped out of cedars because I was saying last night I could hear there's deer
Couldn't
coming from
hear
a
'em.
half a mile away.
Well, you
it's like
got-
a freight train,
Sucker.
Yeah.
And so that he slips out of the cedars, so you hear nothing, right? And so like if you look at the habitat, or even tonight, like that buck that I had at 15 yards, right? It was too thick. He sat in there for 27 minutes.
I'm
Didn't
staring-
leave.
I'm staring at a buck biscuit's what I'm doing.
Yeah, the old buck biscuit.
Staring at a
Old
buck
buck
biscuit. I
biscuit.
just happened to look over.
There it is.
There he is.
What is that?
Yeah. Well, and I mean that's just how it happens. And again, I think because of how the week had played out, how
Yeah.
the weather had been,
Yeah.
all of our guards have been much probably
Yeah.
more down than they
Yeah.
normally would be. If anything, like today was probably the most alert I was, just because there was constant action happening all day.
And it had rained a little bit, so it was a lot quieter.
They were in our laps
today was going to be tough.
Yeah.
You couldn't hear them.
You turn around and there it was.
Yeah, especially when you're watching a Sandlot with one headphone.
Who watches movies in their tree stands,
No,
Jerry?
you don't watch movies?
I don't watch movies in my tree
What do you
stand.
do?
I pay attention. I used to play poker.
You were scolding us for the last hour. You're like, please don't text anymore.
I'm like, my phone is going.
Yeah. Well, you learn after a while with these two, you just kind of let it go.
Just go by the flow.
Yeah.
Oh, so you got to turn that off. The notification.
I got to turn that off.
Yeah.
Well,
Just go on a do not disturb or something.
It was every 5 seconds.
That would drive me crazy.
It did.
Yeah.
Like literally.
What drove me crazy tonight was that oil well or gas well.
It has a song to it.
You're like, can somebody come out here and service my pump jack?
I think somebody needs to get a little WD-40 on that thing.
Can we get some nose jammer on this thing?
Yeah, let's get that going.
Nose jammer.
Come on, man. I'm just going to slide it in there.
Yeah, it'll hit at least 9 or 10 more times before this podcast is over.
Dale, this nose jammer.
Oh yeah, I mean, if I got service, I could watch a movie. I mean, I watch it and then I look around. Watch it again, look back around. That's what happened. All of a sudden, I went to turn and there's a 4-point stand right there. I'm thinking, where did he come from?
You're like, hey, don't move. Let me get through this part, and then I'll get to a good stopping
this
point.
is a good part,
You hit pause on the deer.
Yeah.
That's how you do it.
The ball just rolled into the dog's fence,
looking up, like, what are you watching? Hey, there, look, watch this.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think the consensus is like what we've, on day 4 here is what we've kind of determined is like the deer numbers in this part of Kansas are way less
It's low
than what we've experienced in the past.
Yeah. And I mean, most people listen to this know that we traditionally, 2013 was the first year I hunted Southeast Kansas. And I think I've been there 8 times, over the course of 12 years or something. So, that is what we have experience with, which is like, the Flint Hills area, both public and we had some leases there. But it was like, it wasn't that there was an overwhelming amount of deer, but we would see the same deer every day. Like they would just do loops and cycles and loops and cycles, and we were waiting for the shooters.
Well,
I'm
trying to remember, Jeremy. I mean, we had bad sits for sure. I mean,
absolutely.
You had those anywhere, but like, did we ever not see, like you always saw, like at least I saw 2 does.
Somebody saw a deer.
We had that week with 70-something degree weather that one year.
Yeah, we had some bad weather
I don't
weeks
think we
and
saw
stuff.
anything, much of anything.
Well, I shot that one on the first morning.
Well, yeah, that's because you live in a tree.
I also think that
somebody's got to do it, Dale.
Right? He did the Dr. Kevorkian thing.
I did.
That thing was old and just wanted to be dead.
Yeah, that was a different time. But yes, I also killed that one.
I do think too, a lot of those sets, like I'm just trying to compare the two, like you could see further generally out there. I think, like on one hand you'd be looking into a thicket, but out here there's like an 80-acre cut bean field type of a thing.
But you also kind of had an idea where their home range was, where they were, because we had the cameras.
Mm-hmm.
So you knew, like Pretty Boy, you knew where he was down there by the ants. So that.
Well, that's different too, right? So hunting with Roger and with an outfit is like we're not running our own cameras out here, so we don't, we don't have that
the access to all that, right? To see
whatever that context, and so.
Well, there's a couple comments here I've been reading talking about Kansas essentially becoming like a shell of itself, and that was one of the reasons we left Southeast Kansas. Like I said, I think 2013 was the first year I hunted there. 2014 was the first year I had a lease down there. And that year I had a mid 80s, a mid 70s, and like a high 60s on camera on 140 acres. And that was the best year we ever had. It went down. It started to go down at that point. And even the locals, you talk to them. And the last year we were really down there, we got to a point where there was so much non-residents leasing ground that the residents were getting displaced onto public. Like every parking lot we would go, it was like, these are all Kansas residents hunting here because they're getting kicked off of all their other stuff. And so the pressure, the age structure was the big thing. Like, historically, it was nothing to go and see 6, 7, 8-year-old bucks in Southeast Kansas. And even a lot of the guys who were doing like heavy duty shed hunting throughout the spring, they're like the age class of the deer around here is just falling off a cliff. Yeah. So, that was the initial part of why we left Southeast Kansas. And at that point,
it was the pressure mainly.
It was the pressure.
Yeah.
Yep. And then we were just, because normally we had like, you would go on a lease and we would go on public.
Right.
And
there was always at least one shooter on the leases, like
at least, yeah.
there
and
was
there was always
deer
one or
quality.
two shooters on public we knew were going to be in there.
Mhm.
But then eventually it got to be like we were getting bumped out of every public spot. Like we spent the whole week just jumping into a new tree, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, it was such a stark like contrast for me on that one piece of public that I had there. It was literally like I had that encounter.
It is Crispy's fault, Jimbo.
And then I think it was that same year or maybe the next year, we found two 70-inch sheds on public.
150 yards apart from each other.
Right in this little pocket that I'd been hunting there and stuff. And then the next 2 years in a row, or, I had like 2 or 3 guys walk under me like consecutively. And it was like, I'd never seen people back there before. And it just fell off. And where I was like, dude, I'm done with this, and every other piece of public was getting hunted at that point.
It's getting hammered, man. Yeah. I mean, there were plenty of times. Well, I mean, that warm week, first morning, I was like, I don't even know where I'm going. I walked down there. I literally got in and it was already cracking light. I had camera because that was when we were filming a hunting show at that point.
Yeah.
And so I had everything ready. And then right at daybreak, this buck walks under and I didn't recognize him at the time. I did after I killed him, but walks right under it, shoot him. And I'm like, that's it, tagged out first morning. Like there it goes. So it didn't happen like that a lot, but all of the deer that we had on that one lease would also be on all the public there too, which is what was great. We knew the deer that were in the area and we knew we could be on public and kill them. We knew we could be on our lease and kill them. So that intel is critical. And that's how we positioned or strategized our hunts when we were down there.
But we also had some local help.
We did.
But,
that's huge.
Was doing the corn piles and the cameras, running all that stuff. So we were able to keep up with it. When that kind of ended, then everything else ended.
I think we got to make sure we don't throw this part of Kansas underneath the bus either, because we've had bad weather.
Yeah.
And just the contacts you've had across Kansas too that say deer aren't moving.
A lot of guys have said it's been really
so there are giant bucks in
I saw one. Like you said, Dwayne, you got a great farm over there in the house.
You come to Kansas for that opportunity to see that boom.
And they're here.
And at any given moment,
I saw one.
Can walk out.
There you go.
Right. Just walk out and boom, there it is. So you may have a lot of sits with nothing.
Yeah.
Or a small bucks or a couple of
seems to be kind of all or nothing.
But one day it just pops out.
I think it's like when we watch television shows, right? And they show the success every hunt. And, and that's not reality, right? And so we go and we put the grind in. I mean, you were 4 days. You didn't draw your bow. I was 4 days. Nobody drew a bow.
I know.
Right?
Which is funny because we've been prepping everybody listening to this that you guys were going to be slinging arrows. Yeah. Just because that's the norm when we go to Kansas.
Come on, Jerry.
I mean, I could have threw a couple with some 4 points, but
we were encouraging you to do that today. But
I was looking for the one goofy one up there.
Yeah, that I passed on.
It never showed up.
Yeah.
So,
it is what people have to understand, like it's a 5-day hunt. Right. And the weather, like you said, has been just trash. And it'll be even worse tomorrow. We're going to get almost an inch and a half of rain between now and noon. So that, it's just complete trash. But
right.
We're sleeping in tomorrow.
Thinking about it.
I'm hanging way deep in a ridge, I think.
If you think about how it kind of lays itself out, though, like it really took probably until yesterday afternoon for us to be like, okay, we're not going to see a bunch of deer this week. Yeah. But there could be the chance that if we see the deer, it's the right deer. Right. And so, and again, we didn't know, obviously I didn't expect it on how it happened to you, where you're not even seeing a doe, like there's nothing. And then all of a sudden, boom, there is the shoot. And it was at, what was that? 4:30.
Yeah. I mean, it's just crazy. Like not to see a giant buck before you see a doe. That doesn't compute with me.
You know what? In the years we've been coming to Kansas, I see more buck than doe.
We do.
It's there's not a lot of that. But now, like where we used to go, there was areas like the 80,
just big ag fields.
That was like the doe
Yeah, it was the doe mecca.
So there's probably a place here, the same thing, where you'll see a lot of doe.
I think it's timing too. Like, these we're right at the tail end of the rut,
Somebody just said, as long as you're not shooting with your 10-yard pin.
Yeah, there you go. I love that. That's freaking awesome.
Good comment.
That's got it.
Oh, yeah.
Who is it? I know where you live.
It's a great comment.
I'll see you when I get back to Pennsylvania. But yeah, so but if we think about the time of the year side of it, right? It's like we're at the tail end of the rut. These does have been harassed for 3+ weeks at this point. Like, they don't want to be in an open area where they're just they know that the first 1-year-old or 2-year-old that comes out is just going to run them around in circles, right? So, like, I think that we're still at a point where these deer they're not very visible. Like, at the end of the night tonight, I saw them last night as well. There's a doe and a fawn, adult doe and fawn came out, and like, she's just like, there's nobody back there but me, and she's on alert. But I think it's because she's probably just been harassed for 3 freaking weeks. I mean, that 4-point was running that other doe up and down and all over the damn place. So, like, if we look at like trying to apple comparison to like other parts of Kansas where we're at now, it's like, yeah, I mean, weather's a big factor, time of the year, and where we're at on the rut, understanding just what the local population is, and it's new to us. So, it takes, unfortunately, to you yesterday seeing that deer where it's like, holy shit, like, I might not see anything all day, and then at 4 o'clock I'm gonna look and he's there. And that's all. That's all that matters. Yeah. Right. Like, and it's just so hard to get through the day mindset wise that's the possibility.
Right.
Because you're like, if I'm not seeing deer, they're not moving. Yeah. Right. They're just not doing it.
Here is not the first time I've had an all day sit and not see the deer. I mean, that's happened.
That happens on our farm.
Yeah. So it's just one of those things. I think the anticipation of coming, we were like, okay, it's new, different, and all that. It was going to be like deer running all over the place. Well, what? Yeah, it just wasn't. Yeah, because of the weather.
150 on every hour.
Certainly not from lack of trying. Everybody's trying. Like like Roger, he's been working hard for me. Like I tell him the wind swirling and the thing. He comes down, picks me up, moves me somewhere else.
Oh, every stand I've sat, I liked.
This is like the most all day sits I've put in a week in like 10 years.
I'd like to kill a deer and just sit here all day.
I saw a buck between 10 and 2 today. You believe that?
That's impressive.
That's like the first one I've seen in 15 years because I'm usually at home.
There is a point. There is a point where, I mean, it's correlated with just time on stand, and like, how long do you go without seeing a deer before you start like getting a little loopy?
Well, the buck I saw tonight was 250. So like, we're over the hump of like, okay, it's an all day sit, it's a long day.
Well, dude, there's the point of if you're all day. The one deer I've seen in the past 2 days was at 12:30 today.
Yeah.
Yeah, that 3-year-old deer.
Yep.
I don't know what I missed that one day. I set my alarm at 11:30 and woke up at 1:30 in the tree.
You slept
Have you done that since?
No.
Just the one day?
Just that one day.
I needed it that one day just to
How long did you sleep that day?
I did an hour, but it was on my stomach.
Yeah, underneath the stand.
Underneath the stand. I had my seat cushion.
I tried it on my stomach. I couldn't
as a pillow. And everyone's talking about wolf spiders up my nose and stuff like that.
Like scorpions crawling in your pants.
Imagine if a buck had come in on you and your bow was in the tree.
It was.
I know it was.
You know what? I think it was the first night I saw a pretty good deer. He was 3 or 4. Had
a half rack.
Had that half rack. Yeah. I mean, that one got me a little bit excited. If he had both his horns, I mean, he would.
Now, even if he just has one and walks by you, I mean,
he might get it.
How much would that one? Yeah.
I'm like,
how do you score
how
one
do you
side?
fix it? Trav, can you fix this for me?
As long as I can glue this side.
Yeah, just glue that one on the side of it.
It's amazing how it goes from Monday sit to tomorrow sit. Like,
just like that.
You know what? That one, it would be a shooter.
Well, it's just like when you start to think about kind of just what we've seen and like what we know in the area, and we're hunting. What are we covering right now? 13 or 1,400 acres at least between the farms that we're on. Right. And, a lot of times in those situations, it's like, okay, the farm that Dale's on is hot, but ours is locked down or cold or whatever. Mm-hmm. When it's uniformed, it's, it's bigger conditions, it's weather conditions, it's time of the rut, it's everything else that comes into play there. But yeah, I mean, and then, I didn't see a ton of different deer, but I mean, I think I saw 6 bucks today. And
you had a good day.
Yeah, I mean, I was on alert. I saw a big shooter at 250, and had a good encounter with him. Just he didn't commit, but yeah, I mean, just like that. Like Jared and I were texting. It was like it just felt like you needed to be in the timber today. Mm-hmm. Like they were they weren't moving through the timber all day, but like every hour I had a deer move through the timber where I was at.
The calculus in my head was Jeremy's in the timber. Jeremy's seeing deer. Nobody else is seeing
Go
deer.
to
I need to go to timber.
I need to go to timber.
Guess where I'm going back? To the place where I saw that buck tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's where I'm going. Rain or
As
in the
you
morning?
should.
why not? Just camp out.
Yeah, why
there.
not?
I mean,
Screw it.
I just
You don't, have
Send
to,
it.
you don't have to drive home.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, or are you?
Oh, should probably help.
Should.
Should.
Yeah. Could.
As long as I fill up one tank of gas, I can go sleep, right?
Yeah.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Like usually after a long, hard day, all day sit, when it's right before dark, you look at it's like all of a sudden, well, that bush looks like a deer now. That one,
Yeah.
Isn't it funny how all of a sudden they look like deer?
It changes,
I noticed
right?
that too.
it's been there all day. But
I've had a few moments where I'm like,
Yeah.
you see it and you lock on it, you're like,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
stick.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean that,
Bush.
and that's the hard part now. Like we started off, it was sunny kind of, but it was hot. It was mid 60s, I think, Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah, it was warm.
Wednesday didn't pan out to be the best day that it could have been, just because it stayed overcast essentially most of the day, cleared out in the evening. You saw that buck. Today, I mean, dude, that fog didn't burn out till 11 plus.
That
That was crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, and then even at like the last hour and a half, I'm like, am I seeing things? Is something like, is it fog? Is it haze? Like,
The
it
fog
just,
comes back in.
yeah. And
Yeah.
so, and now we've got an inch and a half of rain between now and noon tomorrow. Like,
Have you guys ever experienced that with your rangefinders before? Like,
Yeah.
like that long?
In the mountains.
Yeah, it took
yeah.
till after 11.
yeah.
I had not.
Jeremy this morning was like, the stupid bush now. And I'm like, dude, that's
No,
all range.
it's all
It was
fog.
crazy. I was losing my mind because when we were at Illinois the first trip, right after he shot his buck, we had this like really weird, like one of those like freeze fog days.
Mhm.
Like everything was frosted over, but that fog was just hanging.
Mhm.
And I ranged in the morning and I was like, okay, 20 yards through here, it's great. And then like whatever, half hour later, I'm like, and it's like 5 yards, 6 yards, 5 yards. I'm like, what the hell's wrong with this thing?
Spray it with
Took the battery out, little nose
Little
jammer.
nose jammer on there.
Spray it with nose
Little
jammer.
nose jammer on this.
It's like WD-40 for hunting.
Throw that to clean that window off.
Oh
Yeah.
my
I was
gosh.
raising the feeder that was up there, and it kept saying like 8 yards.
Yeah.
I don't think
You're like, I don't have an
Jerry's like,
8-yard pin.
All right, dial her up.
10-yard pin.
Here we go.
Tell you
I
what,
would have
man.
guessed a little further, but
Yeah,
I'm going to go with my gut on this one.
Maybe I'll hold a little high.
Wait, so just earlier in the week, Jeremy were having some fun with each other because we'd found this knob. I hunted on. I hunted on the ball.
Dale's a sucker for knob.
Yeah, sucker for knobs.
I'm a sucker for knobs.
Take that for what it's worth. I'm hunting in this cove. It looks good. Really good. A nice setup.
You're in a tornado down there.
Yeah, it was
though.
actually my first set, and I'm thinking, man, I'm in Kansas. I'm gonna see a giant buck on the first set. It looked that good.
Boy, you're naive.
Yeah, I was. But
I thought the same thing.
yeah,
Yeah, me too.
and
We all did.
the outfitters have been great. They've been like trying to set us on the right winds, and we get out there and hunt the proper winds. But it was just circling in there, and I call them like, dude, I got to get out of here because it was just no good.
Well, the topography is way different than I think I
Yeah.
expected. Like,
Yeah,
there's
lot
some
of up and downs.
significant topography around here, not what we had in Southeast Kansas at all.
so they threw me up on top. It was a good set too, and I saw a couple deer up there. Well, then just looking at the map, I'm like, oh my goodness, the sweet spot's right on the tip, and
Yeah, that's usually where it
Always
is.
so, just the tip.
Okay.
So
It's just we're good at this. We do this for a living.
Yeah,
But
I can
we-
tell.
we all talked about it, and Jeremy was like, you ended up there, and I thought it would be awesome on the right wind, and you were getting snorted at, blown
Oh,
at.
dude,
We're all getting blown at.
I think the first night I didn't see a single deer there.
Yeah.
And then the second night or the second morning, because I left everything hang, got up in there super clean, had a deer come through just inside the cedars, kind of felt probably bucky, but wherever it fade out. Had then had this big doe group, 4 does and a fawn come through. And like I didn't think they bedded, but they just hung around in there. And then, yeah, it was like whatever, from 8:30 to 9:30, I got blown at 5 times. I'm like, oh, I got to get
And
out of here.
My whole perception, and Jared, he was kind of pumping me up like Uncle Dale. I said, you wait till you come out to the Midwest. They're like hunting sheep. The deer are tame. I mean, they're not.
Dad, you grab me one of those?
They're unpressured, and it's not that these deer. I don't think these deer are pressured.
Thanks,
It's,
sir.
it's just that I don't know. It's just,
Well, they do feel like they're a little on edge.
yeah, it's tough.
Maybe that's weather oriented.
Yeah.
Like the other thing that we didn't, besides I think 1 or 2 days, we've had east winds this whole week, which is obviously not common for this area. And I don't think they like it because it's going to throw off their entire normal routine with predominant winds. So we've had nothing but northeast and southeast winds basically every freaking day, which is, I think, probably why they're probably doing things backwards at this point.
Yeah,
the bucks haven't seemed edgy to me. The ones that I've encountered, only the does. In fact, some of the bucks have been like, dumber than I thought. You know,
the only thing that I've seen, and again, I'm just my only hunting has been southeast Kansas, is that typically whether it's rattling or grunting, like I have even mature deer, like 4 or 5 year old deer, respond and engage with that. Of the 3, 4, and then that older buck I saw tonight, I grunted at all of them. None of them wanted anything to do with it.
But they all just seem kind of past that, honestly. Like they don't seem all rutted up. Like even the one that I grunted in, you know, he just looked wore out. They seem like zombie mode.
Yeah.
Was your buck?
No, I mean he didn't look like it was the middle of rut. He looked healthy. I mean, he looked good. Like he was just coming out to eat grass in October is what he looked like to me. You know what I mean?
I'm not seeing any tongues hanging out.
Yeah, that's what makes me so sick about that. Just how relaxed that deer was. And like he was killable, you know, and then he wasn't. It just that fast. But yeah.
Well, there's so on top of there, I think there definitely are lower deer numbers, and it definitely is that, you know, phase of the rut where they're either locked down or, I mean, more than likely they're locked down, or you're going to catch one in between. There's also way more habitat than we call it habitat, but just woods.
It's crazy.
No.
I know.
Like
thick cedars.
Then we're used to just expansive, and it's not super dense. Like that's why I retract the habitat.
But not like, I mean, honestly, where I was at today, I mean, I'm up like 3 levels on the top of this hill with the ag bottoms below me. It felt more like my Kentucky farm than it did any benches. I mean, and I could see where the deer are traveling on the benches. And I'm at the top of this little ridge there, and I'm like, they're just running. They're using it leeward sides and stuff. And like, I don't even think about that when we're in Kansas, because I'm just like, there's a ditch. That's the cover. There's no cover here. They run the ditch.
Right.
And it's like there's thousands of acres
a lot of places
cover.
for them to be.
Yeah.
Almost too many.
Well, just it's fast. Like
it's
I said,
fast.
Even the spot that I hunted this evening was a good spot. It was like a convergence of trails. It was it was a good spot. And I really felt like, even though I was in this giant block of timber, I was like, there's no deer in this block of timber right now.
You know,
I can't prove it. Like maybe there was one, but like, boy, you'd sure think on an all day set, like you'd have seen.
Well, that's what I thought about the knob area. It was a 5 acre cedar patch, like giant dense cedar. And normally when we found that in Kansas, I'm like, there they are. That's where they're at. And when I got down after getting winded, I walked that whole area and I was like, it's a desert, man. There may be a 1 or 2 year old in there, but no big buck is here right now. You could just tell, like from a sign and everything you're seeing, like they weren't there. You know, and so, you know, maybe it's just because we're at that point where they're getting past it. I think critically now, like they're turning their attention to food here really, really quick. And I don't know what that is. Like there are ag bottoms that's got cut corn and stuff like that. There still are some acorns up on these ridges. There's obviously browse, but like, you know, like we talked about it tonight, there's I don't know how big, but there's one of the only standing bean fields I've seen still. Like we drive by it every night. There's like 15 deer just piled right up at the road tonight, right by it. And I'm like, just crushing food, you know? And so if you think about that, of just how everything sets up, like we're right on that tipping point. Like that doe was getting chased hard tonight, but at the same time, I'm like, half of those bucks, I think, were just browsing and eating. They didn't even care.
It does seem like weather or temperature related, like, because I would bet money that next week when it drops into the 30s again, that you're going to see those bucks running everywhere, running does. I mean, yeah, they'll stop for a bite and stuff, and they'll come out to the big ag fields in the evening where the does are at. But I mean, those bucks are not done rutting yet.
Yeah, I mean that one. I mean, so after I saw that big one, so my encounter was at 250 today. I had good action almost all day. mostly small bucks. I did see a 3-year-old that I saw the night before. And then at 250, I just heard something coming behind me. Like we said, it had rained, but by that time it kind of had started to dry out so you could hear a little better.
Mm-hmm.
And I look back and I see it here. I saw it put its head down and I'm like, it's at least substantial. It's not a 1-year-old or 2-year-old. Got up, turned around, and when it lifted its head up, I'm like that's probably a shooter. But I'm also trying to figure out, like, is it a 4-year-old? Is it a 5-year-old? Like, and you can't see the body, so you don't know.
Probably best not to do that. Just shoot him. That's what got me in trouble.
Well, eventually I was that. I was like, okay, when he put his head up again, I'm like, I'm going to kill that deer.
Yeah.
But he did what a lot of the deer had done before, which is kind of weird, and I don't know if that's an unpressured thing necessarily. It's like yesterday I had an adult doe and a 1-year-old licking my lone wolf sticks that I had just put up like that afternoon. Like, I'm going to get winded here, right? And like they didn't care. And even today, like I didn't get winded at all, except for that 1-year-old that hit my poop pile, which, I mean, I get it, right? And like I didn't bury it deep enough.
We say you have to go deep.
That ground was hard, though.
It is really hard.
I was sitting there with a stick, and I'm like, I can't get any deeper.
You got to go deep.
I couldn't do it. It's just
go past the nose.
You get to pull in debris from all directions.
Yeah, I mean,
get an adequate covering.
It kicked him right in the face. He did not like it, but regardless, like the other deer had done all the same things, like, and they end up coming. It's classic my stand.
Spray it with some nose jammer.
I know I should have got some nose jammer from you.
That'd
be great. What if I just sprayed my butthole with it before I pooped? Does it work the same that way or no?
Rim it up.
No, not the same.
It's all I know is my last shameless plug for nose jammer.
Right, last.
Right.
I'm sitting in a stand. I'm getting blown at like I'm not used to getting blown at. I spray dust off on my tree. The biggest buck I've ever seen in my life come walking right to the tree from downwind.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, an enormous giant. It was not on alert at all. So like, I don't know. Stuff did something.
Something did something.
Yeah. Like, so.
Yeah. But yeah,
like, here I am, a sucker for knobs, sitting out there getting blown at. Said, put me on the tip.
Yep. And I just covered myself with some nose jammer, lubed myself up. I was ready to go.
No, I got in the truck tonight, and I'm like, what is that smell?
What is that sweet aroma?
Right here, buddy.
I thought it was Roger. He had clone on, and Dale's like, it's my nose jammer.
It's my nose jammer.
It's on his hat.
I'm surprised you could smell it, actually.
No.
Hey, if it's good enough for Uncle Ben, it's good enough for me.
My goodness.
Yeah.
The whole truck smelled like it, though, which was
it's what you want.
Impressive.
You want that or Tank 69? Take your pick.
I've done that.
Isn't that funny? We were talking about that on the way down. How we used to put, I used to have my pull-up rope. I'd have my pull-up rope with the scent wick on the end. I dip it and drag it behind me the whole way in. Then I would put it up in a tree. And I'm like, why was I putting deer piss in a tree? Like,
that's where they're gonna go.
I'll tell you why. So the smell would go further.
Yeah. Play the thermals.
That was the idea. You get it higher, so it would just,
Well, you try to find a scrape.
Wind would take
the licking branch or whatever, right?
But like any normal buck's gonna be like, why is somebody peeing in the tree, right? Like they have to think that, I would assume.
But how many wicks did you leave?
Well, I mean, the bigger question is, I was only killing 2-year-olds basically and under, so that's probably why.
Yeah, the gimmicks, they don't work on these.
No. Well, I mean, that big one tonight, I've never had a deer. He just stood there for 27 minutes.
Chewing his cud.
Chewing his cud. And I think that east-northeast wind, he could scent check that entire flat. And it he just stayed, he was just inside the cover. And he was like, I don't want to go out in the opening if I don't have to. Like, if there's nothing that smells like I need to go up there's no doe, there's nothing I need. I'm not gonna, and he didn't. And he just turned around and went right back to where he came from. Then he hit that hot doe's trail and I saw him nose to the ground. But like, he just stood there chewing his cud and just smelling, And
you don't have cud, right? Just figure of speech,
huh?
Figure of speech.
What's that?
They don't chew their cud.
You don't have cud, do they?
They
regurgitate, yeah.
Multiple stomachs.
Yeah, it's a ruminant. You didn't know that?
4 chambers.
You didn't know that?
I knew they had multiple stomachs, but they have cud.
Oh yeah.
Really?
They regurgitate. And that's you have never seen a deer just
I've seen them chew. I didn't know it had 4 stomachs though.
Yeah, ruminant.
Wow.
Interesting.
It's a biologist.
Yeah.
So that's they have to.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how they spend most of their downtime
chewing cud.
Yep. There you go.
There we go. We all learned something new today.
Yep.
They're like a cow.
There we go.
Ruminant. 4 chambers.
Ruminant.
That's it.
Wow.
There you go. Facts. That's what we do on this podcast.
It's a moot point. It's like a cow. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's nice.
Well,
I like that.
Yeah.
Utterly.
I stole that from
Utterly,
France.
yeah.
Interesting. So they actually regurgitate their food.
Yep.
And chew it again.
He's confirming it with
Wow.
Google AI.
Wow.
Especially with a lot of the, like, when you're talking about like
Confirmed.
most of their diet is 60+% browse, right? Like that browse is extremely fibrous. So they really have to work on that versus like the clover, which is like 85% digestible the first time. They don't have to do that as much.
No issue going.
The deer's like 65%. It tastes good every time.
Is that the purpose of the 4 stomachs? Like does it go through all 4 stomachs every time, or does
I don't know. I don't think so. No,
like
I think
they're
it
like,
sits
oh,
in
this is
other
clover.
chambers.
This one's good. This one just goes right to
Yeah. I don't think it goes through all 4.
Yeah, interesting.
Anything with time. I don't know. I'm not an anatomist.
Yeah.
It's all
I didn't think that. If you'd asked me, I would say deer didn't have cut. I knew cows did.
I'm starting to glaze over. Does that make me a bad guest?
No, it's fine.
Nah.
Did you see that video that I had, like when I was zoomed up in close to them? That's all he's doing is just sitting there
Yeah.
chewing.
Interesting.
Most of the time when they're bed, that's what they're doing. Chewing cud.
Huh.
Yep.
Well, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself here, but
No, you're fine.
it's gonna rain. It's gonna
A
be
lot.
raining in the morning.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're between now, actually, like just over, like before midnight, almost like 9/10.
Like how much how much tomorrow morning though?
0.4.
Ooh.
Really?
Almost half
It's gonna end
From
about
first light?
Yep, till like 10 or 11.
Really?
Yeah, it won't clear out until like
Think
1 or
about
2.
sleeping in. And
No, we're all going to get in that redneck blind
We're
with
getting a
Roger.
blind.
Well, see,
Roger.
I think we're
just
I
Jerry.
think we're
Yeah.
gonna send.
You got 2 other blinds.
I think we're just gonna send 5 arrows at some poor ass deer.
Like I said, we can hook that blind up to the trailer. It's on the trailer, hook it up to the truck, and we'll
just drive
you around.
drive the
Up and down
roads.
The road, you
Like
just
that.
look out. Yeah,
Like a
full road
strategy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here, let me.
I think tomorrow
I'll give you-
afternoon's going to be all right.
I'll give you the accurate. Actually,
Should be.
any moment it will start raining.
It's supposed to be like 75% tomorrow.
It's 97 now, so I'd say there's a
There you
chance.
go. There's
It's
a
going to
chance.
rain.
Yep.
There's a chance.
Yep. And so we're getting 0.7 tonight, and then
So how much from like 6 o'clock?
0.1, 0.08, 0.4, 0.02, 0.02, 0.02, 0.02.
Okay.
So basically
That's doable.
till noon.
That 0.4 is a big one, though.
Well, the 0.09
It's
at
0.1.
6 a.m. Yeah, 0.1 at 6, 0.1 at 7. Then it goes to like 0.05 at 8, 0.02 at 9.
Okay.
We're not going to go up. Where are you going to go?
0.1 is heavy.
What does 0.1 feel like?
In an hour, it feels heavy. Think about that. And essentially, if it did 0.1 all day, that'd be 2.4 inches of rain.
That's a lot of rain.
It's pretty heavy rain.
It's pretty heavy rain. Yeah. So I think you want to.
Well, what I'm thinking is at the latest, I would go in an hour or 2 after first light.
Yeah, I think by 9 o'clock by 8 o'clock you're in better shape.
Yeah,
you're less than half of that.
But I'm also going back onto a ridge there, and I'm like, I don't want to be late for it necessarily.
Mm-hmm.
But I also don't want to just sit in rain unnecessarily. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
Unnecessarily.
Well, I mean,
I'll sit in rain.
I would say, much like the rain, 97% chance of unnecessary.
Yeah.
Raining or not.
Yeah, raining or
right.
not.
Hmm.
You don't want to sleep in. It's the last day.
You think I should go?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's why.
That's easy for you to say. You're going with Jerry
I'm
Bear
gonna
to go
go
blind.
sit in the blind. Yeah, I
We're
mean,
going to the blind.
we might get wet between the truck and the blind, though.
No.
Me and Dwayne are going to sit here and drink coffee.
There's a gate there. We can open the
Like
gate.
we
He can
should.
drive right down to the
Right to the
blind.
blind.
I plan on getting up at go time and just seeing how hard it's raining.
Oh yeah.
And if it's doable,
Let's get out.
You're like, yeah,
We're in Kansas.
point one.
You know, it's 20% of our hunt.
Flower wants us to do spot and stock
well,
tomorrow.
yeah.
Huh?
It'd be not, we have to spot something to stock it though. That and there lies the issue, Flower. You have to spot it to stock it.
It'd be tough country for spot and stock.
It would, man. There's a lot of timber out here. Mike, actually, you would appreciate it. There's some really good timber. Like I was sitting today, I'm like, boy, there's some good money in this place.
Mike, I do see all your Instagram videos, by the way. He sent me like 15 unresponded videos. I do watch them. And then I'll
At least
respond to
he's
one.
acknowledging you.
He's a new dad, isn't he? Or not?
Not a nude. Well,
Well,
you got young kids.
Yeah.
But
He's a dad.
Get him out there.
He's a dad.
He is. Getting him out
Making
there.
good memories with Mike.
Let's talk about the lodge. Lodge is nice.
Lodge is awesome.
Lodge is very nice.
Food is great.
Lodge is, Lodge is great.
We've been well fed.
Food's been awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, if that is a really nice thing about versus what we've been doing of like in Southeast Kansas, like you come back from an all day sit, unless somebody tagged out in his camp bitch, like now you got to cook and like
we haven't taken that for granted. We've had some great meals.
We basically eat, shower, bed. Like
that's pretty much it. Yeah,
we don't even have to clean up after ourselves.
Repeat.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Make lunch for the next day.
I make the sandwiches.
You've been really good with that.
I
say a little grace thanks every time.
We need to do that tonight.
Good.
I don't necessarily know if we'll all be sitting through lunch tomorrow if we go out first thing.
I'm sitting all day for sure.
What that escalated quickly.
No. The only thing that's in question is what time I get out there.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, because if I'm going back there, I'm going to sit it out.
I was thinking I would sit through like, I don't know, 9, 10 o'clock and then come out and then figure out what's going to happen when it dries out in the afternoon.
Most of the bucks that I've seen have been like around 10 to noon.
Yeah, I don't sit that time period very often.
That one you saw today was 2:50.
Yeah, I would have been in there for him.
Yeah.
I'll tell you when I was scared. It was at 11 o'clock when I had to get down and take a dump.
Yep.
Because I had to leave my bow up there. I'm like, boy, this is when it's going to happen.
Risky,
right? Yeah.
But it always does.
I was texting you. I was pretty seriously considering getting down when I saw that 3-year-old today.
I was fine until I ate your turkey sandwich, and I was like, there's no more room.
No more room at the end.
It pushed it out.
Yeah. So then I had to scurry down.
Yeah.
But I try to set a timer. I'm like, boy, I want to be back up in there in 3 minutes.
You set a timer?
Yeah.
So
That's minimal time on the ground.
That's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
It's just best to let it happen.
Well, I mean, by the time my feet hit the ground, I better have my drawers drop because it's coming. Yeah.
You're going to drop it right by the stand.
I put it right out to the edge.
Wow.
Yeah. But I didn't dig deep enough. That was the problem.
I've been having a tough time with that too.
Maybe he stood there for 27 minutes because he was in a trance, just like, what is that odor? I don't know. Like he's never smelled anything like that in his life.
You know what would have saved you in that case?
Nose jammer.
Nose jammer.
No.
I
wish I knew a guy that had some.
Oh, yeah.
You need some butt jammers.
There you go.
Yeah,
any kind of jam, strawberry jam.
Yeah, I'm not sure I want to be in a blind with him after baked bean night. Like that's not necessarily a great place to be tomorrow morning.
He's like, you're gonna get in tomorrow, and he's gonna pull up Sandlight. He's gonna be halfway through. He's like, all right, here we go.
He's like, you remember this movie, right?
You got to sleep with him tonight, though.
I know.
In that same room.
How's he been in there?
I'm good.
He's good.
No, you don't. No more screaming in your sleep.
I was working on the kitchen last night.
His mask, his sleep apnea mask has come off a couple times.
Yeah.
And like I wake up and I'm like, how is he snoring with that thing? And then I see it like hanging off his face. So typically I go to the bath. Well, I go to the bathroom and hope he like hears me and like wakes up or something.
I adjust it.
But yeah, this morning I woke up and he's like, the stove's 30 inches. It fits right there. And I was like, what is going on? I was so confused. But it made sense because he was like, Mom broke the stove, so I got to get a new one. And that's why I was in his head.
Yeah.
We're just going through your to-do list.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, when it used to be the fuck you, shorty. I don't know where that came from. Like that
I just think I remember the
killing the villagers.
Yeah.
Steve, that night, he
better get out of here.
Steve thought for sure he was getting his ass kicked.
He slept the rest of the night because he thought I was going to do something.
He thought for sure that you were going to kill him. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, that definitely happens. So, but
a lot of it depends what I eat and how late I eat.
Yeah.
A lot of variables.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I never noticed anything.
Of course not.
That's important.
Of course not.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know,
Now, watch, your mother will probably comment.
I'm sure she's writing a novel right now, probably. I mean, tomorrow, like, who knows? Like, again, and honestly, the one thing that will be nice is it's not going to get above 46 all day.
Really?
That's good.
It'll be cold.
We need the cold.
So what do you think about like that stupid Hail Mary play I'm doing? Is that it's as good as any, isn't it?
Oh, I like it.
Do you?
I mean, listen, from what I hear, nose jammer seems to work.
Yeah. I just don't feel like that was like random, which it could have been. it's just the way.
Well, you said he walked out in that field like he owned the place.
That's what he acted like. Like that was his field.
It is interesting though that he's never been on camera on that property, but it also is not far from where his core range was last year.
Here's the theory: big bucks don't like cameras.
They don't like them cameras.
So we've had enough conversations about it. I don't think that they do like them.
And so if you got food out there and there's a camera, you're not going to see a big buck. Food out there, no camera, you're going to see a big buck.
Oh, we have 320 people listening to this live. That's pretty impressive.
Every sit I had, I thought.
Well, obviously, what this buck was doing,
right in front of me.
He was looking up there to see if there was does. That's what he was doing,
or just smelling if a doe had been in that area doing anything. And of course, they haven't.
Look, there's your mother. Welcome to my world.
So you're saying it's common?
Yeah. Wendy, there's a special place in heaven for people like you.
It sucks that you don't have a lot of like flexibility. Like it's a smaller property. There's only so many places you can sit. Like
it was interesting though, knowing, after talking with Roger, knowing where that deer's home range was last year as probably a 4-year-old, maybe a 5-year-old, who knows? But where he was last year, where you saw him, I'm in between that, and we looked at the map and I'm like, man, I know for a fact because I'm looking at it, this is gnarly. Like there's a good chance he lays here, but we also look right in that little property where you're at, and I'm like, he could just lay in that little ditch and just get up and boop.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what everybody was seeming to think originally, that he crossed the road to me, but
because that was the first thing. I'm like, did he cross the road? It was 4:30.
I don't think he did. I think he was laying right in there.
There's no chance. That deer is living on that knob. You're just on the whatever northernmost property there.
Yeah.
Well, and
he probably doesn't go over where Jeremy's at.
We've talked about it a lot. Freaking Mandy just threw you under the bus, dude.
What'd she say?
Uh-oh. She said, "I'm with Wendy."
Your wife
we get the wives on here.
Oh no!
Yeah. Jeez.
I guess I'm not coming back. Yeah.
Hey, Thanksgiving week weather looks pretty good.
I know. Yeah. So we got invited back.
But if you think about it, and I think we've talked about it before, like we overanalyze these big deer. We overanalyze all these deer of like what they do, why they're doing it and stuff. If anything, and really it's the 12 point or 11 point that Jared just killed. It's like, boy, we really overanalyze that deer. We're like, he's got to be living in the sanctuary block. That deer checked his core home range into like 6 acres for the last 3 weeks of his life.
Oh, I think we analyzed it exactly right
this year.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying last year or even going into the season, we're like, oh, he's going to do this. This is where he'll be, whatever.
Oh, we had lots of wrong speculation.
Well, just because
but you don't know.
He's not going to live in 6 acres. He's not, that's not going to be his core area. And I think it was.
Well, at least for that week. Yeah.
I think for the week plus leading up to it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So right now that might be his core. Now he may end up stretching back down to those cut cornfields now, in the next week because he gets hungry or whatever.
Right.
But at least for the next few days, he might be like, no, this is my little thing. Maybe he's got there's a doe pocket there and he's like, man, there's a couple left here. I don't know. Sorry.
It's all good.
All right.
I guess what I feel like is if I don't set it, I'll never know. And it just seems like as good as any to try.
Well, I was going to say,
because he wasn't alarmed, you know what I mean?
Well,
not too bad.
I think the biggest thing has been like,
I could tell you plenty of woods where he's not.
Well, that's what I was going to say.
So yeah,
yeah. I mean, think of the number of spots that we have all sat, and it's like, that spot, confirmation, there's a shooter there. The spot I was in, confirmation, a shooter there. There's still a couple spots on camera that were like, hey, shooters here, shooters here. That drop time buck or whatever was by you.
Yep.
So shooters there. Like, it's like, so you're not going to just go to some other property and be like, man, let's give it a shot.
Yeah.
Why? It's the last day. Like, you don't know anything. There might not be one there.
Right.
So I think that's what you have to do.
What do you think of that other stand that you hunted this morning? It's not even that. Do you think you walked past it?
You felt out of the game all day, didn't you?
I did. Yeah. Well, I sat there for two mornings. Never saw a deer.
How far is that from the other stand?
200 yards.
Yeah. Really?
250
but that other one is like tucked.
Yeah.
Like terrain and back.
Yeah, it's hidden kind of. Yeah.
Mm.
It's that like little
everything
spot.
about it's better. Like you're more hidden. Yeah. I mean, because he got whatever happened, that little interaction that he had, he probably did go walk by that other one, but I think his normal routine is probably just he acted like he come out that trail 100 times. Like, you know what I mean? That's the way that deer acted. Like that was routine for him. So I'm just hoping like maybe he'll do it one more time.
Yeah.
Might be his last time.
Yeah.
I'll be ready this time. I'll be facing that way.
You're going to be full draw all morning.
Yeah, because that was the problem. I had to turn this way. Like I'm not dyslexic, whatever that is, you know. You do this.
He's going to be
ambidextrous.
He's going to be even quieter tomorrow.
I did ask you, are you standing
I was
in the evening?
Yep.
And you said you started at what, 3?
Yeah.
Is when you started standing?
3 o'clock.
An hour before and an hour at dusk with your bow.
Is that the rule?
Yep.
Yeah.
Dude, my feet hurt today. I was standing a lot.
Yeah.
And by the end of the day, I'm like,
I started standing at 1:30 on limbs.
I've shot so many of them setting.
It's a long time to stand.
Yeah.
Yeah. On limbs.
On limbs. I didn't have a tree stand this afternoon.
You climbed a tree.
I climbed a tree and stood in it.
primitive
Like a monkey.
hunting.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's a good spot though.
Yeah.
It was the right tree.
So it wasn't.
I'd have killed him for sure. Well, I didn't see any deer, but
if they came through there.
In theory, yeah.
In theory, they would have died.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. But I mean, yeah, that's it. In terms of like, you know, kind of where we're at, and we got one day left and we head home Saturday, and you know, yeah, as things normally would be, next week's weather is like, there it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, that's the front comes through, temperatures plummet, you know, that's just how it goes sometimes. And, you know, what are you going to do? Just stay here at the lodge? Yeah, that's nice. But like, you know, can't count them from here.
Yep.
You can go on a fox hunt.
On a fox hunt.
That was pretty intriguing. That might be a first, right?
That was a first. So I'm in my tree last night and I hear bugling and
not elk bugling.
No, but it's like
like trumpets.
And then like people yelling. And
it's a French horn.
Is it a French horn?
Probably.
I think so.
I don't know what kind of horn it was.
Yes.
No, it was one note. It's just like a
like a Viking horn.
Like a Viking horn.
Oh, nice.
And next thing I look up and I see these horses. There's 7 of them coming. I'm like, they're not going to come by me because I'm hunting.
There's people on them, right?
Did you think that was it? They were coming for you, the horses?
No, I'm like, certainly they can't get that close to me. The dogs got within, there's like 10 dogs. And they got within 10 yards of me.
10 yards.
10 yards. And they all had collars.
Must not be very good dogs. I'm surprised they didn't bark up your tree.
Yeah.
I was the nose jammer.
It's the nose jammer. Huh?
I had the nose jammer in my tree.
The nose jammer did it.
They have no idea what's going on. You put that stuff out, they don't know what's going on.
Well, anyways,
they don't know. Game over.
I mean, they had the helmets on. And, you know, it's like this whole commotion goes right beside me at 30 yards.
You felt pretty confident of your night after that, or?
No, like, it's not going to happen. You know,
not going to happen.
It's like
what would have been funnier if the fox would have ran in front of you? You would have shot the fox.
That would have been something.
In front of them, and it would have been like,
how did they go? They never knew I was there.
Yeah, and then you said there was a diesel side by side behind it.
6-wheeled Ranger diesel that came in right behind it.
Just a little insult in.
Just for more low impact to screw up your hunt.
Yeah. So you didn't see any deer last night?
No, not a single deer.
And that will happen.
No.
That will happen. Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, it's first year in this area of Kansas, and like, you know, you can't help but try to compare it to like some of the things that we experienced in Southeast Kansas, and it's a different area, it's a different herd, and we've talked to plenty of people, you know, since even being here, and it's like, yeah, like unfortunately, like you're not going to see a lot of deer, but like there definitely are big ones
for sure,
you know, and so that tends to be the, you know, that's just as. And I don't necessarily know if we came in with that mindset, right? So, like, if as you're listening to this, or if you're thinking about it, or you are come with Roger at Antler Creek, like, anticipate the fact that, you know, if you see 5 or 6 deer in a day, like, that's probably a decent day, and there's a good chance that one of those 5 or 6 is a shooter. You know, and that's just how the properties seem to be, and at least for this time of year. Like, I don't know if you're coming in October, or if you're coming late season, like, or gun season, it might be different, but for what we've seen, at least from this week of the rut, it's like we're just kind of waiting out the deer, like the single deer in whatever farm that we're hunting, basically. And it does seem like they're also still fairly locked down on them. Yeah. You know, unless they're moving like what you saw.
Yeah, I mean, it was just it was so slow. Nobody seeing anything. We were all very discouraged. There's no other way to sugarcoat that. And then all of a sudden, a Boone and Crockett buck right there.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, I mean, I have nothing but nice things to say. Roger's been great to me. I mean, he's really just working hard for us, but it's just the deer aren't moving.
Yeah.
Well, I think you can tell this week it's painful for him.
Yeah.
And that, like, you know, you can't control the deer movement. You sure as hell can't control the weather.
Right.
And like the weather's killing us.
Yeah.
Right now, you know, and yeah, I mean, if it was like, hey, flop next week, like I'm not saying we would necessarily see more deer, but I bet we would see the right deer.
Yeah.
Sure seems like your odds would go way up, you know. But.
Yeah. But who knows? I mean, it's cool to learn the area and cover ground and, you know, try to figure it out. And yeah, obviously, like even with it not working out for you last night, like I think that was a big morale boost. It
was because it was just
we're like, holy shit, they exist.
So close to a completely different story. I mean, we could have been measured the thing up. I mean, it would have been by far the biggest buck of my life.
You could have
probably biggest buck ever, you know, that I would ever get. It was certainly a buck of a lifetime, but hey,
but the opportunity was there.
It was. I'll never.
We have a day left.
Yeah.
We have a day left.
Opportunity.
Yep.
You never know.
A giant.
We'll do a full-on podcast when you hold the horns, right?
Yeah, we'll do an emergency hunt companion. We've done that before.
Yeah.
I mean, the stats for me is like there's more of those that you don't get than you do get.
Well, that was the one thing, and
so hopefully it fires you up to whatever to come back or to do whatever with it. But
yeah, like that's what Roger was telling me. He's like, well, there's better ones out there. I'm like, what? No, that's the one I want.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Don't put me on a better one. That's the one. You know, where else can I kill him at?
You don't want the double drop tine.
Not really. I mean,
grab those handlebars like that.
I wouldn't pass them up, but I mean, yeah.
How big was that one by you today?
Mid-40s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
It was like a mainframe 8 with a split 2, kicker off the 2, and a drop time off the beam.
I like that.
Yeah, not a real big frame.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, so maybe pushing 50, well, mid-40s.
Drop time gets him killed.
Yeah. Well, he looks, you know.
You were gonna shoot him?
From the one picture I saw of him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, he looked pretty decent.
That one that you showed me was like, I told you, I was like, that's mature. I would have killed him. I would have killed that.
The one I passed on.
Yeah, the one that needed Kevorkian. He was just hurting, man.
It was like
we tried to send in Kevorkian, and he couldn't do it.
It was
tried, but
it was a 5-point.
Yeah.
I had the big old beams on him.
He walked in front of your truck. He's like, just hit me.
Where did he walk in front of the truck?
No, well, on the way out.
On the way home to that tight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You saw him.
I saw him.
Honestly, Dale, that deer that I saw, 2-3 days ago, that 7-point, if he was 2 years older, I'd have shot him.
Yeah,
Really?
for sure.
Just the way it was going. And I've already shot 2 this year, you know, so I'm like, I don't have to, you know, I mean, there's no one deer that I'm holding out for. So just
So
to get the train rolling for
Where did you see
everybody, you know?
that deer from where you
Take
were
one for the team,
up
huh?
on
Yeah.
the hill?
Yeah.
Oh, he came in as you're looking up by the food plot, right? The feeder to the right. He came through the field.
No, I mean tonight. Where was he at?
He was right down on the road, right
Crossing the road.
crossing the road, right by your stand,
Really? He was down in the soybean.
or in that cut
Cut corn.
stuff,
That
the
cut
cut
field.
corn.
Yeah,
Okay.
cut corn.
It was close to you.
That's the one you
but
passed
that
up the
was-
first day.
That was after dark.
Yesterday.
Yesterday.
Oh, yesterday.
Yeah.
That was after dark.
Days
We've
are-
been here for a few
Oh
days.
boy. Like, look, let's be honest. Like, I feel like I'm only getting like 4 hours sleep every night.
We are.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like. And then you're sitting, you're in your stand all day. It's starting
Yeah,
to catch up.
Exhausting.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm cooked.
I'm
Yeah,
fast.
it's been tough. I mean, yeah, because we're getting up at what 4:15 every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean it catches up.
Hey, we're giving it hell every day.
Yeah. We're out there
Just-
trying. So,
Well, and that's it. I mean, we kind of knew even going into yesterday, it was like there's 5 of us on basically 5 different farms. Like somebody's going to run into one at some point. Like the odds are there.
Right.
And especially yesterday afternoon, we talked about was probably the best weather event we
Yep.
had.
Mm.
You know, and so when you saw that, it's like, okay, all right,
Right.
train you moving. I see one tonight, and it's like, okay, like they're out there, like,
Yeah.
they just haven't been doing the thing.
mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's just that's a tough spot to be in. I think just, you know, when you have 5 days, because
And there's-
normally we probably have been like, shit, dude, I'm not hunting these first. It's 60 degrees. I'm not gonna hunt these days.
Right.
Oh, it's raining tomorrow. I'm not even thinking about going out.
Drove 1,000 miles. We're here.
We're here. We gotta go.
And there's a lot more timber here than
it is. There's a lot of cover.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of places for them to be, and it not like a real. I mean, there is diversity, but like that entire ridge I'm on all looks the same. It's just spotty cedars and hardwoods, the whole thing, and it's like be anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
2,000 acres up on that top.
Mm-hmm.
You know, whereas like when we were doing it, it's like it's pasture and CRP field, pasture CRP field, creek or river ditch. That's where they run. They're in there.
Yeah, man, I'm pretty rut worn at this point. I feel like I've done more.
Well, you've been hunting a lot.
I've done more all day sits this year than maybe any year.
You look tired.
I just said them. Yeah, I'm rut worn.
Do I look like you?
Not quite.
Not quite.
Well, I mean, we hunted whatever at the end of October into first part of November, 5 or 6 days. And then you came back 3 days later.
Yeah. Well, this is the third stint here of those trips. You know, and the first two were successful, and on the third or fourth day, we got it done. But yeah, I mean, there's been years where because last year in Iowa, I killed them first 2 hours, and then I don't remember if we sat all day when we went to Illinois after that.
We did, and it was hot. It wasn't great weather, and they were locked down.
Yeah. So for what I mean, I was raring to go this year though, and I'm glad I did it. I mean, it's like, and it still might pay off.
Well, those first two stints though, we hit really good weather fronts.
Yeah.
So that kind of plays mentally into like, every conditions are right. They're there. A matter of time, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
This is a hard week when it's like they may be there, but it's like the weather sucks. So it's like it's really going to have to take a strike of luck for like all of these things to line up and for me to see them today.
Yeah. Well, and it really feels like for me anyways, that here more than even the past 2 trips, like it seems like they're going to move midday is how I feel.
Yeah. It seems like
I was afraid to get on my stand at noon, and that one deer I saw today was 12:30.
Yeah. That was about the first time it cleared out. And then, like we said, whatever, 3:30 or 4 o'clock, like it rolled back in.
We were sleeping.
In hindsight,
it just doesn't it just seem like here, like that your highest odds of seeing them is like mid 10 to 2.
Day. Yeah.
Maybe we should all sleep in till 9.
I see where you're going.
I don't know if I can sleep till 9.
I don't know if I could either. But.
Well, maybe in this condition.
I easily could.
Yeah. I could be talked into that. I could be talked into like a mid or like just after light.
Well, before we go to bed, we'll check the weather. I mean, I'm up for waking up at 6 and whatever.
I mean,
4.
It's always 4. I came always 4 o'clock.
Sitting in a tree stand in an inch or a tenth of an inch per hour rain.
No fun.
And it's going to be like 40 degrees.
If I do that, I'm wearing a poncho. I got a disposable poncho that I got at a buddy's wedding.
Yeah.
Tell you what,
I'm going to put it over.
Even if it's not waterproof, you spray a little bit of that nose jammer on there, it's waterproof. Stuff does
waterproof gear.
He's like, sponsorship, anyone?
Nose jammer.
We got a sponsorship for Uncle Dale.
Yeah, I'll wear that poncho for sure. I might not take it off. In fact, why not? If I got a poncho, just go out in a poncho.
You don't have to take it off.
Yeah,
just leave it
wear
on.
the poncho all day. It's a little clear.
Yeah, they don't care.
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna be worried in that rain. If you see something, 97% chance you don't, but
Did any of you guys bring an umbrella?
No.
I did.
Yeah.
Steel or one?
No, it's a camel one.
It's like a tree. The
like
tree.
the tree umbrella.
Oh, yeah.
Well, there you go. Uncle Dale staying a step ahead. That's a smart move.
I was prepared. I was hoping it was going to rain earlier. Now I'm burnt out. And I don't want to go out in the rain.
You know what I brought? Redneck blind that Rogers got.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're just going to slide up into that one.
Blind. That's
there is a blind on that property that you're hunting.
Is there?
It's on the map. I don't know what it is.
Might swell if you play with it.
We can do some father-son time in the blind. Talk about those important issues.
Yeah.
Right.
He's like, yeah.
No. He's like, listen, you're not going to need your poncho then. I mean, that's a pleasure.
No poncho, man. We said.
I say you sit the blind. Sounds like a good move.
That's a good move. Yeah.
You don't want to join me?
My mind's made up. I'm going to the timber.
You're going to be slightly downwind from me.
Where is that blind on the spot?
It's on the east, like east central.
Is it a
Okay.
ground
Oh
blind?
yeah. I know where it's at.
I don't know.
Honestly, that's pretty close to where that drop time buck was at today.
Is it a ground blind or is it a redneck blind?
I don't know.
I don't know. Either.
It's just a blind icon on my.
How far are you going to
Onyx.
be from me?
Yeah.
Far.
Oh yeah. Are you guys could be closer?
It's not that far.
Yeah, we'll be on. We won't be on the same side of the road where I was. We'll be on the north side of that.
Probably a mile, 2 miles from you, maybe.
Yep, 2 miles, and then we're probably, I don't know, close to a mile from you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would do that blind for drop time.
Sure.
By yourself or?
I mean, if you want to come,
if you don't want to go with me.
Yeah,
at 7:30, Jared's knocking on the door. Can I come in?
The blind does.
It's pretty
sound
rainy
tempting,
out
but
here.
Yeah, I'd do that.
Or to start the morning,
Go for it.
and then if you're like, okay, it's letting up a little bit.
Now there's only one chair in the blind.
What?
There's only one chair in the blind.
Boy, that ground's gonna be hard for you.
If we're hunting in the rain, like what drives me nuts is your pack. Like your clothes.
Oh yeah.
No
Yeah.
big deal. Like you can throw them in the dryer, but everything in your pack
So
Everything else
gets wet, and yeah, it
It
just
starts to
feels,
smell.
stinks. Yeah.
Yeah.
I almost feel like tomorrow, like,
no pack.
what could I take? So what do you need? You need your bow hanger. What else do you need? Ground call,
Mm-hmm. Release.
release,
Extra
Nose
battery.
jammer.
Nose jammer.
toilet paper.
Yeah, well, that's a
Nope.
tough one to keep dry.
Oh,
in a
dude.
Ziploc.
Yeah.
I got lucky today. I had to ask Andrew for some napkins out of his.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they got used.
Earning his tip.
They're not wet wipes, but
Mountain money.
I'll tell you what, there's poplar leaves out there.
Pretty big.
Same thing as
you
wet
go
wipes.
leaves.
Little nose jammer on now.
Just says, I saw him putting it on his brisket
Oh,
today.
yeah.
He was like, all right, here we go. Here we go.
Brisket had it.
Oh man.
He just pulls it out of his shirt. He's just pulls it in his jammer on here.
Is it on that hat?
You watch. I kill that 175-inch buck. Nose
Whoa.
jammer's calling me.
Oh, they're
Yeah.
calling.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
You named the buck Jammer.
Dave Jammer. Jammer. Jam him up, man.
Oh, God, dude.
Freaking big deer, dude. I'm telling you. I mean, 5x5 with a flyer.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a big deer.
Yeah. Would we figure he's probably 5-inch bases, 5.5?
Mm-hmm. It's a big deer.
Well, we may get to see that goofy one down there in the blind, the redneck blind.
Is that close?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You slam
This is
him?
where I went up.
I'm only shooting arrows for backup because if it's raining and he's running, I'm
You got to make
slinging.
sure.
I'm putting one in his head.
You going to tag it?
Huh? No, he'll tag it. Yeah. Whoever's arrow hits it first.
All right.
That's how it works, right? You've been
killing
through that
shot,
before.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's the killing
The
shot.
killing shot. Yeah,
We're
yeah.
kind of all over on the place.
Yeah.
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
Well, do you want to, just because the three of you are here and we probably haven't discussed like having the three of you, how's the Ohio farm been? We
When you
hear
say
from
the three of
Jared.
us. Oh, me, Dad, and Dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we hear
Oh.
from Jared's side a lot, but like, the three of you, obviously, plus Brian and Willie, like are usually the
Yeah.
common five on the
Yeah.
farm, right?
I think it's been a good year. I mean, we've had more opportunities with more shooter bucks. We've had more pressure than ever
Mhm.
with the new neighbors coming in. But overall, I think we've had more mature deer on, which
Mhm.
is always a good thing for more opportunities.
Yeah, I mean,
So
like,
it's been
right. I can't complain. I had an opportunity the first night at one of our best bucks, and just missed a chip shot. We don't know. I don't even know how, but just missed him by 2 inches.
Well, we talked about it earlier,
Yeah.
having Madison come out and fly for
Yeah.
it, how cool it was to
Yeah.
see the drone work and just like,
He got
There he
him
is. It's
immediately.
amazing.
Yeah,
Amazing technology.
yeah, and that provided quite a bit of closure, helped you out. But still, we didn't see that deer for a month. Like no pictures, no nothing. I was really starting to worry. Like they get infected, coyotes get them, and
yeah. I mean, every time we would talk and he's like, yeah, no pictures. I'm like,
yeah.
like that.
And then I saw him with my own eyes
Mm-hmm.
in a field, a green field, 80 yards. So yeah, it's been. I mean, I've had a good season, and then
We've had a lot of growth. I think too. The rules on the farm has
Yeah.
always been, we want to shoot mature deer,
Mhm.
and that gets frustrating, right? It's stress because it's hard to age a deer.
it does.
And
Yeah.
so my policy has always been, if it's a trophy for you and you're going to mount it, shoot it. It doesn't matter if it's, what age. And that seems to work out now. That takes the pressure off the hunters because it happens so fast.
Yeah.
And it's like, is it 3? Is it 4? Is it 5?
Right.
You don't have to figure that. If it's a big frame buck, a big giant buck is a trophy for you, that's when you shoot it.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah. I think anybody that tries to grow trophy deer goes through this stuff, where you're trying to, like, it's not easy to do. And you don't have control over everything. And that's where Jared and I, we've had lots of discussions, arguments over it. Like, and like in his mind, I don't want to speak for Jared, but like, if there's a 10% chance that deer can get through, we're not going to be the ones to shoot them. And I'm like, well, okay, that's fine. But you get kind of tired of growing them for the neighbors. Every once in a while, I'd like to shoot a 145-inch 4-year-old, you know what I mean? So, and for me, it kind of ebbs and flows. I mean, I tried a lot with Jared. Like, I want to shoot a 5-6-year-old giant heavy stud, but boy, when the neighbors, Amish and whoever, they're good people. They're out there having fun. You can't convince them to let them go. You want to. I think they want to let them go, but they can't.
It's kind of amazing, just thinking about the farm, and obviously the changes this year are different with the neighbors, but like just to realize how many hunters are around the farm. So like if you look at the bulk, of here's how many 4-year-olds and 5+ we have on the farm, it's like they die.
Yeah.
Like, some of them get through, which is awesome, but like a lot of them die.
They do.
And it's hard to look at that and think like, because we talk about it, and it's not like, you just want to give up on it, but there's a point of where, like, if you do the same thing every year and the result is the same thing every year and you expect something different, like
it's insanity.
It's insanity.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. And so, like, at some point you have to figure out, like, how or where do we draw the line, or do we call it, and I think, like, Temptation probably set a little bit of that in motion this year, where it's like, man, that's a giant deer. It'd be amazing to see what he looks like at 5, but 90+% chance, and frankly, it was probably 100% chance that the deer wasn't going to make it.
It didn't make it half an hour.
It didn't make it a half hour
on opening day.
Yeah. So it's like
two arrows put on them.
Yeah. And so, like, if you start to look at that, it's like,
and then 2 weeks later they shot the best 3-year-old we had.
Yep, best 3-year-old.
Wow.
And it is what it is. But this weekend's youth gun. And we just talked about how all these bucks are about to put the feed bag on, and the weather looks fairly decent for this upcoming weekend in some of these places.
Yeah. I think we're at a good point. Yeah. I feel like we're all at a point where we know how each other feels. And obviously Jared is very goal driven and set a very, very, very high bar. A lot of it's because of the success that you guys have had, Jared's had. But yeah, we had fun this year, I think, don't you, Jared?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, him and I sitting in that stand, it was so freaking cool. Can't even draw it up. Here he comes.
Oh, it was crazy.
Like, it's on, and then
cue the deer. Here he is.
Yeah, it's amazing. Somebody will get him probably.
Obviously at this point in the season, Jared, you've killed the 2 bucks in Illinois. Like, do you have a goal in Ohio still? Is it still on your mindset? Is it like
I'm trying to tell him, let him go next year.
Huh?
Let GR go.
Why? Why would he's a 6-year-old deer.
See what turns out. Maybe at 7 he'll blow up.
I mean, I wouldn't expect him to.
Oh, you don't know though.
It is fun because this time of year, because you, Willie, and Brian
tagged out
have all tagged out.
Well, not Brian.
I'm sorry. Just you. Oh,
me and
Corey
Willie.
Corey. So we're 3 for 6.
Yeah. Well,
right?
GR8 is other than being a high scoring deer. I mean, he's the epitome of a target deer for me.
6-year-old buck.
Yeah. I mean, he's a nice deer, so, and even flyer, I would shoot either one of them deer. And so that's what's happened for the past 2 years anyways, is like, November rolls around and I've got really good opportunities, and especially Illinois. And then we've got this Kansas trip. I haven't hunted our farm in November in the past, 2 years. I don't think anyways. I mean, maybe there was one mid-November. I came back last year or whatever, but so now, and you guys, that's when you and Brian and Dad and Willie, you guys have the chance to kind of like roll the roost there and do the thing for a while. And
we got close, awful close to get Brian. And Brian was right there on GR and flyer.
Yeah.
Almost got him, was full draw.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So one of the questions that just popped up was, are we going to do a burn next spring?
I hope not.
I hate burns. I mean,
We know. Yeah,
we know.
I know.
They know.
Well, okay. No,
They know.
I don't know. I haven't got that far yet, but
we-
so now, and I don't feel like pressure to do it, but I'm like, yeah, there's going to be some opportunity. That's why I plan all the food.
Hey, Dad, give me a Modelo.
I'll take one more too, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Is, at some point they're going to come back to that. So like in December, and so I'm waiting for an opportunity on food. If one of them gets on a pattern, then I'll move on that.
We, back to just talking about the Ohio farm, it was kind of an interesting thing though, because we started off great guns. Like that first day, the Temptation got shot, which was, you knew he was, but who was going to get him? You or you guys or the Dutchman. But and then I got that opportunity at GR. But then after that, I mean, we had a lot of target bucks, and where did they go? We had a heck of a time. Like I think this is probably a rough year for you, like as far as seeing shooters.
It's been hard.
Yeah. So there's that. And I pretty much spent the whole rest of the time trying to shoot that GR buck. That's the only deer I wanted to shoot. And then that big 7 point showed up, and I'm like, whoa, that's the big 7, And so I shot him, and I was happy with him. I don't know what he was, 3 or 4, but I mean, it was a heck of a deer. Scored about 131, only had 7 points with 12.5-inch G2s. I mean, it's a good deer. And I think that's the part where I'm happy we've made the most growth is we're not jumping down each other's throats. Like I was happy. I mean, I had no intention of shooting that deer, but I got really excited and I shot him, and
we celebrate every deer that's shot.
Right. That's right. So
and we try not to rag on people. It's like you should have waited or no.
Yeah.
So you made the decision to kill it, and
I think as long as you appreciate it, like that's if you walk up to it and the first thing you're like,
oh crap, yeah,
like that sucks because it just you're not appreciating the deer itself.
Well, that's the rule with making it into a trophy.
Exactly.
And so either you're going to do a European, or you're going to get actually taxidermy. Yeah. And so you got a financial investment or time to do that. And I think it's just respect to the animal, and it preserves the memory because now you can hang it someplace.
Now, will you, let's see, I know Jared probably won't, but will you and Brian gun hunt opening day?
We will be out gun hunting with our bows, is my suspicion.
Good. Yeah.
I don't know. So
Brian won't be. He won't come over to bow hunt opening gun day, do you think?
Probably not.
No.
I mean, I think he could be talked into coming back in late season where there's good opportunity when there's food.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's
to go get them.
Always seems the best opportunity.
That's
like
how I shot reindeer.
Yep.
Right.
So it's tough because it's so cold, ridiculously cold, but it's probably the best opportunity.
You're only hunting evenings.
Mm-hmm.
It narrows the days down pretty quick to where it's like, here's 3 cold days. You got 3 evenings. Also,
there's only like 2 quality food sources, that are unpressured, and then
so who do you got left?
2 guys hunt them once.
GR8, Flyer, Dagger,
Twisted Tea.
There's 4 left that are still
Curly
on the list. Yeah, Curly.
There's that other 4-year-old that the neighbors thought they shot.
Oh,
so there's 5.
Oh, yeah, with the double brows.
Yeah,
that's the one Brian saw up at Brian's stand, or no?
Yeah. So there's a handful of them right now.
Yep.
But I'm sure they'll get some in gun season.
Yeah, they do.
Do you think you've had better communication with the neighbors? I mean, obviously the new neighbors and Happy and stuff, like you've had communication, but like with just some of the other neighbors, have you gotten more feedback of like what they're shooting and stuff like that, or is it still pretty closed off?
No, I think if it's killed, we find out.
You find out
pretty quick. Yeah.
Which I think is a huge piece of it, because I mean that's the stuff that drives you crazy is when you're just like,
no, we share pictures and
the Mamish guys get them too. Whatever you think of them, I mean they're hunters. They get them.
They put the time in.
They get them.
They put the money into it.
Yeah, they do.
Time and money.
Yep.
We did. We had a tragedy happen on the farm just a week ago.
Yeah, terrible.
And we want to shout out to the Beadnell family. They're our neighbors to the south of one of our farms, and we lost a good man there. He taught me everything about walleye fishing, and he had a tree stand malfunction. And if you read the statistics, 300 to 400 people get killed a year because of a malfunction, and that happened right beside us on Thursday.
Primarily in the cables.
The cables failed, and So just prayers to the Beadnells family. If you think of it out there, and if you know them personally, send them a word of encouragement. They really need our prayers.
Well, yeah, a little safety plug. I mean, I fell out of the stand over there at Dwayne's 10 years ago and got hurt real bad, and I couldn't walk for almost 2 years.
Yeah.
And there's just no reason.
What happened there? Or do you recall?
Oh yeah, I know exactly what happened. It's one of our real good stands. Dwayne killed a buck there.
Scary Oak.
You killed one. I've killed one there.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I was bow hunting, getting ready to get down. Unhooked my harness, went to climb down the stand, and I realized that I'd left my gloves on the platform. So I reached down to pick them up, and it's just like somebody pushed me. I lost my balance, and I remember not even being scared. Just like, oh, okay, I'm in the air. It ain't my first time.
I'm falling. This is not good.
Not good.
I don't remember being scared, just because I have fallen before, and I was you guys' age,
Hit and roll.
Yeah, you hit and roll. But I was 50, and as soon as I hit, and I've had some dirt bike wrecks, we all have, but I'm like, okay, this is really bad. Like, I can't stand up. Both my feet hurt really bad, and then I started to panic, and I was like, I don't want to bleed out or something. If I broke my femur, I don't know what was broke. Stuff hurt bad. I used my bow like a crutch. And I just started hoofing it out like this and went almost 300 yards and got out. It's amazing what adrenaline does. My first reaction was I was pissed. Like, I can't believe I just broke both.
Did you have a phone and no service?
No service.
Yeah.
So long story short, it was a.
Isn't that incredible? He got all the way out of the woods to the machine with two broken legs,
man.
And drove all the way back on the machine
with a stick.
He gets back, and I remember him being like,
"I just broke
both my legs." Like he was ticked off about it.
Like when I first saw him, I'm
like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, just broke both my legs."
I thought he missed my giant buck.
I know,
just because he had that look of like, "Oh, dude."
I remember just being like,
"You're not gonna believe this." I'm like, "How big was it?" He's like, "No, it's not that."
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what it was when Jared called me about his finger.
Yeah.
He's like, man, but I was like, did you miss one? He's like, no, I ripped my finger off. I'm like, what? Like, it was the same reaction. I was like, oh, he must have missed a buck. And he's like, no, I ripped my finger off.
Yeah.
Well, the reason I got hurt was because a little bit of old school. I mean, it was like Jared was very fit. So are you. I mean, you used to just climbing like monkeys. That's always what I did. Well, you'd keep doing that until you can't. And that's when you get hurt. I got hurt because I didn't respect the height, but I do now. And now we've got safety lines in all our trees.
So I talk about that. There's whatever 3-pack is $30.
Yeah, lifelines.
Just no reason not to
tree.
do it. Yeah.
Wear your harnesses. Even here, we're hunting ladders.
Mm-hmm. We're wearing harnesses.
And we're still wearing harnesses.
Still hooking in,
right? Because you don't know. You just lose your balance for a second.
That's it.
And you fall asleep. If these all-day hunts,
right?
You nod off, and all of a sudden you're rolling out. So then Dwayne fell out. I guess the reason we brought this up, even all in that less than a mile line, Beadnell fell and was killed. I fell and it was a life-changing injury. I mean, I had to have this ankle fused. I can't walk as good as I used to, but I can still hunt. Very thankful. You fell 17 feet.
I fell when we're trimming trees or shooting lanes, and the platform itself, I forgot to ratchet close, and so it opened up. It did the elevator thing.
Yeah.
And I'm reaching out with a pole saw when it did
with no harness.
So I throw the saw and I'm through the air.
Bulldozer Dwayne
just jumping on the end of the
he gets up. That hurt a little bit.
Like a abominable snowman. I bounce.
Is that why you're talking about getting the cortisone shot in the shoulder?
Yeah,
probably.
Yeah. That's one of the reasons.
That's one of the reasons why I need the cortisone.
Yeah.
So
it happens, man. I mean,
safety. Yeah. Live with it.
Oh yeah.
Right.
It's a pain once you get getting started doing it because you're used to doing it. And I'm sure, with John Beadnell, I mean, the guy was pretty good shape. It's still climbing up in a stand at 7 years old. You just don't think it's going to happen to you. But it will.
Well, not even like we were talking about it earlier, not from like a super detailed side, but I asked if did he step onto the platform and then it snapped, because that's the mindset is like, if you haven't been in the stand, the cables are rotted, and first time you step onto it, snaps. It was like he had all his stuff in.
He was in. His son hunted that stand on Monday, and and Thursday he hunted it,
and so at some point during the hunt,
it was getting fatigued, and it just like a thread unraveling, got to a certain point where it just could not hold anymore. Yeah. That's terrible.
Well, he weighs a lot more than his grandson, who was hunting it too.
Yeah,
or was this?
It was his son,
Jason.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So regardless, though, I mean,
I think Jason said he jumped on the stand too to make sure it was good. Which
remember, I used to do that.
Didn't help
jumping on
every time. I would see that in
yeah,
Kansas. We'd hang a stand
of
of Jared's up there just jumping on.
Pivot them in, man.
Don't do it. It's in. Okay, it's in. It's all right.
Yeah, that's the move. Once you learn how to pivot in a stand, that's critical.
Oh yeah, little tilt and dig.
Yeah.
So one of the things that we talk about is refurbishing our stands, right, or going inspecting them. And I tried replacement cables this year, and you cannot find replacement cables that match exactly to your tree stand.
It doesn't surprise
Well,
me.
some companies do. We had somebody that used to work for Novix on last week, and I asked him about it. I was like, "You guys make replacement?" And he's like, and he ran their inventory. He's like, we do.
It's a big deal. Like a lot of replacement cables go.
I haven't asked like Cody and AJ and those. I don't know if Custom Gear sells.
I mean, the thing with the Custom Gear stuff is most of those are in and out, right? Like it's the lock-ons that get set for the whole season.
Well, like with the
Patriot
Patriot Series stuff. I mean,
yeah. Now when they're doing that stuff, but
I was honestly surprised to hear that Dwayne said that they did, because it's a liability thing. Like
it is.
You can't be replacing your own cables because then they can't guarantee that you put them on and whatever.
Yeah.
I always kind of took it to mean like, hey, if your cables if they're rusted out, like you need a new stand.
Yeah, and that's the safe bet. I mean, it's just, we all fall guilty for it. Like you said, Scary Oak's a great stand. It's like every year, are you going in and taking that out?
No. But we're fairly diligent about every year. We pay attention throughout the season. We're like, this one's looking
I'm just saying, if you look at the liability manual, it's not supposed to stay in for like more than 7 days at a time.
Yeah.
So one of the things that is due for this spring is we'll go out and we need to loosen all the straps.
Yeah, I don't do that either.
Because you think about that tree is growing bigger every year. I actually had an S hook snap in half because of the force of that tree growing out.
Well, again, safety is a pain. It is. It takes time. But boy, it pays the rewards when you hear about something like this happening.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, if you're not dying, you're breaking your neck, or like even this injury I had, like this hunt is kind of interesting because, I'd say our rate of athletic ability is,
Yeah, you and my dad are basically like, hey, you're just trying to top each other with injuries and things that have happened. I'm like, you guys match up pretty evenly right now.
Yeah, we do.
So towards the end of this hunt I had tonight, I had like almost a mile walk in there now, and I'm like, dude, man, I'm buying you a side-by-side next time I come out here, because my ankle just does not like uneven terrain, but but I'm so thankful I'm out here doing it,
Well, even just standing on that platform for hours at a time. Like,
it
really almost a mile?
Pretty close.
Oh, that's further than any I've walked.
Dude, it's way out across this hayfield down into this deep, thick. It's a pretty good spot.
Yeah.
Like I was expecting to see something there.
Like, saw a big buck there yesterday.
No, it's a different
spot.
spot.
Different spot.
Oh.
Yeah, this is completely different.
Yeah. Different. I had Andrew drive.
Oh, the one when you were up on top.
At least above. A mile across cornfield to get me today.
Oh, is that where? Yeah. Oh,
where you guys come in tonight, you're like, you're way back in here. I was like,
He went around that barn and he started. I'm like, where the hell are we going? And he's just going through.
I have no idea. You guys, I watch you guys in your maps, and you're like, even here, you're like, oh yeah, that's. I'm like, I have no idea what you're looking at. Like, but I got to get better at this technology, because like I can see that it's helped me. Like even having Onyx, like I couldn't have found any of these stands without it.
Yeah.
Because she's like, oh yeah, I just go down there to the creek and turn over here. Well, luckily you got the.
It's crazy how reliant you are on them, dude. When I'm walking in at night to a new stand, it's every 30. Every 30 steps, I'm like,
okay. Oh yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
You're navigating based on the pin and like your direction of your movement.
I'll tell you what, you having that and nose jammer, that's about all you need.
You're squared away.
Squared away.
There you go.
It's squared away. I was coming off that hill tonight like Tommy Boy. Like just rolling down, basically. I look at it every once in a while. I'm like, not there yet at the creek. And then I'm like, okay, here I am. I can cross it now. It was nasty.
You got me worried because I got to cross one of the creeks too in the morning. It's a steep. How steep? Sures or how deep? Mine's about that deep.
It's deep. No, like if that fills up, like I'm talking like moose antler type stuff. Yeah, you aren't getting across it. And like I said, it wasn't deep, but like we got whatever, just a little bit of rain, and there's only one area where all the deer cross, and that's how you have to get up on the bank
Super
too.
slick.
I was clawing my way up there on my hands and knees the whole way. I got to the top and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
And then I still had 3 other levels to get up to the big one. But
yeah,
no, I think it's I think that's a big one for sure. But yeah, I mean the weather's just been nasty, man. That's the worst thing about it. And like I said, we try to work. We always say we try to work really hard up until end of September. So when October and November comes, it's like, man, if the weather hits right and the deer are doing what they're supposed to be doing, like we hunt. And like this one is just set in stone.
That's it's the hardest thing about this trip is getting every, because we're all, I mean, Jerry, you still got a work schedule. You got to put in vacation ahead of time. You guys are retired, but still, you got things planned and stuff. It's not, and there's 5 of us. We all have our own schedules and stuff. And so to be like 3 days out or 2 days out, to be like, there it is.
There it is.
Everybody ready?
Yeah.
The chance for all 5 of us to be like, let's go. I got 10 days. I got a week here, to go for it. It's just, it's hard. So we set it in stone, and we're here when we're here, and it is what it is.
Yeah, and there's been years. The year after you shot your buck, I think you shot your buck in 17 here, not here, but like in Kansas.
All right, it's been a while.
17, or I think it was 17. And that next year you didn't draw, and that was just Steve and my dad and I. And dude, it was like sub-zero several mornings. It snowed, and it never got above 25 degrees until the last day.
Wow.
I mean, I remember doing an all-day sit, and I had those big things you put over your boots to keep your feet warm. It was because my feet kept freezing to the platform.
It
was this week. Same exact week.
It's unbelievable how warm it's been.
So it's like, you can have a week like that, or like
honestly, this has been the first week of this entire year that I haven't.
You didn't hit it right.
Well, that I didn't just have that intentionality to it. Yeah, I mean, every hunt that I've done so far this year was like just solely based on the weather.
Yep. Weather. Here's the front. I'm driving out on the front day. I'm ready to hunt the next.
This
day.
one here was the first time that I was just like, we're going on that day.
And like I said, a week ago or whatever, 10 days ago, it looked like we were going to hit it right, and then it just didn't happen.
Yeah, and I will say, I mean, just from a lesson standpoint, like, we've had some success doing that. Like, dude, we shot 2 shooters on opening day of season. That was weather also. It happened to be the opener, and then 2 in November here. Those were also weather, correlated events.
Absolutely were.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it's just that's just what it is, and what are you gonna do though? You have 5 days to hunt.
Yeah.
Like, you just got to get out there and put the time in the stand, and it makes for some painful sits for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, I think where we're at now, like to wrap up, like the Ohio thing here, and like just where we'll go back, and it'll be holidays, it'll be like Thanksgiving and stuff. I won't hunt over the gun seasons and stuff.
There's really good weather coming in though.
Yeah, well then maybe I will. I mean, we'll see how it kind of goes, but like deer will die. I mean, gun season will come and go, and we'll have that depression period or whatever, and then you see what's left, and then you regroup, and then you have some late season effort. I assume at some point you're going to come out to Illinois. I hope.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick probably like 4 days.
If you're not, I'm going.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick 4 days.
Dale's lobbying hard for that.
He was offering a loan of money earlier. 5% loan. He's a 5%.
I'll let you borrow some of my jammer.
Yeah, hey, that's a good one. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait for like when I finally see 4-day stretch of like cold weather, like really cold weather, that's gonna push them to food. Then I'll just go out and be like, that's my 4-day trip, and probably won't go back after that because I think we close fairly early there, like second week of January or something.
Yeah.
I'm busting your balls on that GR. Shoot them, man. Get them.
Oh yeah,
it's a good deer.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Well, I asked that because I'm like, well, we even talked about it out here. It's like, okay, hypothetically, you don't kill a buck tomorrow. You have a Kansas tag.
Hypothetically.
It might happen.
Oh yeah.
But
he's a killer.
You have a Kansas tag and you have an Ohio tag. Yeah. So like, you're not going to just not hunt the rest of the year.
No. Nope. I'll target one in Ohio probably. Yeah. I don't know if Dale tries to talk me into coming back to Kansas and we can plan it around good weather. I'd consider it.
But it's a lot of pressure.
So
Uncle Dale, come on.
And the cool thing about
what are you doing on Thanksgiving?
Well, the cool thing about that
with me.
the season ends here at the end of December.
Okay.
So you don't have that January, like you miss
And
out.
you also have, what is it,
Yeah.
the 3rd to the 13th or something is gun season.
Gun season.
And you can't hunt with a bow during gun season.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but the good news is we can fly out. We can just fly into Kansas City,
Mm-hmm.
and it's fairly cheap to do that.
40 minutes, you're here.
There's a predictability element, and there's obviously, the deer here that we want to target. So it's just a matter of, I think, communicating with Roger and,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll see.
and timing it.
Bring your brides.
Huh?
Bring your brides.
Well, that's probably the only
You
way.
definitely could do that,
That's-
especially that time of year.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you're only going to
Yeah.
hunt evenings.
Make it a Christmas shopping.
That would probably be the only one
That'd
that's
be
going to
fun.
happen at this point because it's been a long season. I mean, I did a lot of moping after that GR deer.
You
know?
think?
Oh yeah.
How did she tolerate that?
Well, like they do. You know? I mean,
Yeah.
pretty good.
Pretty
but
good.
Enough's enough.
But also, like,
Come
okay,
on, get
cool.
over it.
He's
Yeah.
alive still. It's not
Yeah.
like he's dead.
right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, get over it.
yeah.
You went out and killed another one.
I mean, even if I decided to go, yeah, she'd be for it. But yeah, she gets worn thin. So,
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, yeah, that's why when Jared was like, I'm going to take Margie out to Illinois for my holiday sits, I'm like, no, that's
That's not gonna
not a
happen.
great idea.
Not
That is a thought, though. She would love this place. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, our place in Illinois is not
Yeah.
quite
No.
like this.
Well,
Not quite the
what I
same.
was pushing for there is because, like, I do feel guilty a little bit, like leaving for so long, and she's just at home, like
Mhm.
doing her own thing. I was like, it would be cool if you just
If I hunt all day and like you're just there.
well, and what would be even what
how to build a good
Can you
Just,
marriage.
imagine anything cooler than that?
That's pretty
just,
cool. Right?
like have a hot meal ready for me when I come back.
Could you imagine if I called you and
Rub
said
my
I killed
massage
one?
when I get
shoulders.
back would be great.
Maybe you like bring the tractor out and pick me up at night or
Well,
something.
Davy Boy's right.
What I had in my
Look at
head,
this.
Jeremy, and like initially,
Never bring the wives on a hunting trip.
yeah. Well, initially it was you and I, because it's like, dude, wouldn't it be great if? And I know our wives don't like hang out outside of
Mhm.
whatever, but like in theory, it's like if you could go out and spend 10 days, around good weather or whatever in Illinois or in Kansas, and the wives could come out, and even your kids could come or whatever, and like
Yeah, they have school.
well,
They have a thing's called school.
well, I know, but these things you can be work around these things. But
They're anchors. Listen, at the end of the day.
Oh,
kids,
yeah.
Yeah.
We need them.
There's
Yeah.
no
Sure.
doubt.
Yeah. Yeah. Hard
What's
to
that?
hard to find 10
Anchors?
days in November when I can be like, well, let's just take off school for the week and
Define anchor.
hang out in
Ooh.
Illinois.
My wife's listening, so
Well, but that's what I was going for, anyways. I was like, I felt a little
When the
guilty
waves
just like
come.
being gone and hunting so much. So it'd
Sure.
be cool if everybody could like. That seems like a way I could get away with it.
I could
little
see
bit
the
more.
late
Yeah.
season because it's like
Yeah.
you can get up in the morning, you guys go breakfast, you go to Kansas City and shop here, like, and then you hunt just for a few hours in the evening. Great, like,
Yeah,
not a
that's
big deal.
easy.
But your Illinois trip was like, I get up at dark, I come back at dark, and I go to
Well,
sleep,
like-
and then I do it again the next day.
Yep.
Not very fun for her.
No.
am I being naive about this here? But like to me, it seems like because there's obviously giant bucks here. I saw one.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So to me, it seems like, yeah, you want to kill them in the rut. I'd prefer that, but actually, we're sitting on some of these sets that
Oh, I bet it's way easy to kill her in early or late season.
that's what I'm getting at.
Yeah, yeah.
It just
They're all
seems like,
locked out for 4 days.
yeah,
yeah. They're
Yeah.
doing bed food.
Yeah.
Right.
That's when I killed my biggest one in Kansas.
yeah.
I killed him
I
December
remember that.
20th.
Yep.
Doing that. Just came out of bed. And I saw him the night before out in the field,
Mhm.
and he was like, something's, I don't like this.
What'd he score?
Went back 175.
Yeah.
And
Big-
then the
Remember,
next,
big white, heavy.
yeah. And then the next morning or the next evening,
White whale.
he
they
came,
call
yeah,
them.
well, came
White
in and,
whale.
and killed him. But that was
Moby
that was
Dick.
the only Kansas buck I've killed that I actually came back multiple times. Every other Kansas buck I've killed 5 and 8 years.
How many
Kansas.
how many Kevorkian bucks?
Driving every time.
At least one.
Just one.
Just
I would
one?
say.
Yeah.
Just one.
Yeah, that one, the last one that we killed.
Okay.
Yep. Everything else, I did kill a 3-year-old on the ground, 144-inch 3-year-old. I didn't know the deer at the time, so I just shot him.
So we went 144.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm.
Mainframe 12 with actually he was on his way to being a mainframe 14. Yikes.
Bummer.
Yikes. Yikes.
What could have been?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But no, I killed a 55 the first morning in Kansas. I was with Marcus. He's like, yeah, just go and sit this stand. Went and sat it, killed a 155-inch buck.
Yeah, that's the one you sent me the video.
7:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, oh, there he is.
I'm at work and I get a video of this buck coming in to him, and then it wasn't 5 minutes later. He calls us, got him,
Killed him.
It's on the ground.
Killed him.
Deer.
Yeah.
Yep. And
Dead.
then the next
He's
year, so I was 13. The next year was when I killed white whale. So that was the first year we had our leases.
Right.
But I lived in Missouri at the time, so I was only 4 hours from
That's
our
not
lease.
bad.
So every
Yeah.
weekend or every other weekend,
Yeah.
I was
Doable.
coming.
Yeah.
And then after that, we went several years of not killing one, like 15, 16, 17 was the year I hit that wide boy in the year. I think you killed your deer. Because you sat that spot at Roberts all the time.
Well, I've only killed one buck in Kansas.
Yeah, I think it was 17.
Yeah. No, it's just, I mean,
Up on the tram.
Illinois has been good for me because it's like you see what it takes to like, I've killed 4 of them out there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, so like, what did we do here? Like, first of all, we bought a farm, which I realize is not a small thing here, but like, we have a lot of control there, to be able to manipulate the ground and run cameras the way we want, and the flexibility to go out and do it too.
It's more your style too. It's farm country.
I don't think so. I mean, it's just if we had ground that we could even a lease, you know what I mean? It's just I never sunk my teeth into a piece of Kansas like we did.
Well, we
in
can.
Illinois.
It's 15, 16 hours.
That's tough too. Yeah, the distance is
I
is
mean,
a challenge.
we put a lot of work into the Illinois farm.
Absolutely. Way more than we ever have.
And it's 9.5, but you add another 6 or 7 hours of that, and it's like you're not getting.
It's also the right piece too. I just don't know that we've ever. I mean, French's was good, and we've had good stuff here, but
couldn't do anything with them.
None of them were ever like, oh, dude, like we're gonna continually have just a lot of success on a piece like this. I feel like that's what you need to do it consistently and I mean, everybody that's doing it, that's what they got.
Yeah,
they got a great piece that they control 100%, and they put work in on it.
Yeah.
And then they wait for the right time, and then you just kill them.
It's so wild when you think about it. And I know you didn't get to hunt that, but you hunted what, 2 years?
Just 1 year.
Just 1 year?
Yep.
1 year,
2 years ago.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That was 2 years for
Kansas?
some reason.
Kansas?
Yeah.
For sure.
I've been there twice.
2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we just talked about it. The last year we were there was very unmemorable because none of us killed anything.
Yeah.
Like it was super hot, super
No,
slow.
it was memorable because that's when I stuck.
No, that was 2 years.
That was
ago.
2 years.
2 years.
2 years ago.
3 years actually.
3 years
because we
ago.
didn't go last year.
Yeah.
So 3 years ago was when you stuck 2, he shot at 1.
Then we went back 2
I was
years
already
ago.
tagged. I Kevorkianed.
Yep.
So I was camp bitch and camp tracker.
I remember that.
And
I
then
don't even remember 2 years.
2 years ago, we left early and went to Illinois, and that's when you sat with him and he killed that buck. We bailed on Kansas.
It has been twice.
Yeah.
We left because we're like,
It was too warm.
we saw like I think one shooter the whole freaking week.
Yeah.
That's right.
And we were like, we're done. And that was when we put the fork in and we're like, we got to leave this area.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Because you just get there the first year, you stayed at Marcus's one night or something.
You got there early
Yeah.
before us.
Yeah.
Did we stay at Marcus's?
Or
Is that- we
Bluestone?
didn't get
We visited.
We
Where
didn't
did
get
we-
to Roberts till later or something.
Yeah.
The next day.
Oh yeah,
or
where did
something
we
like
stay?
that.
We stayed one night somewhere else.
I thought it was at Marcus's.
It may have been. I don't know. It
Yeah,
all blurs together.
yeah, I think
Yeah.
we did.
Yeah.
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 But that was the year that you shot twice.
Yeah,
I remember.
The 2 years ago was not memorable at all.
No,
Mm.
It was, I think it was, frankly, like this week, it was hot and
too
just-
hot.
We didn't see much of nothing. Yeah.
That's when Jared and I were hopping like public like crazy because
Yeah.
everything was hunted.
Yeah, dude. To do it consistently, like you need a good place to go, and you need to have a lot of control on it, and you need to have the flexibility to go out and hunt it at the right time,
Right.
Mm.
and you can do it.
Okay, I'm gonna switch gears since we've got Uncle Dale, and this is your second time on the podcast.
It is.
There are people that are wanting to hear childhood stories.
Childhood stories.
Oh, okay. We got stories.
You got some?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Which ones do you want to hear?
Just whatever. You just let it roll.
I was telling one in the truck to Roger on the way here let's see, the first deer I can remember Jared shooting
Mm-hmm.
with a bow.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember where you hit it? You hit,
Yeah.
It was a doe.
No,
No, come on.
that's not the one I remember.
Okay.
Well,
I know which one you're talking about, though.
Well, this deer.
I've never heard you tell a story, though.
Oh boy!
So maybe it's the first time that I remember he was really proud of himself because you actually hit the deer and you had good blood.
Yeah.
Oh, not the one I'm thinking of then.
No, we went out and we tracked it and we found this deer and he had a big arrow and I think he hit it in the hind.
Femoral.
Where was this?
It was on it was the back of the house there.
Okay.
And the thing about this deer is that it was still very much alive. And I had a spotlight helping him track it. But in order for you to exterminate the deer, you remember
has our statute of limitations passed here on this one?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't remember this one though.
No, this is the deer that you literally got. You got on top of it.
I do remember this one. Yeah.
And like you think about
how old was he?
He's probably what 12?
No,
13.
I was older.
13.
I think I was older. I was hunting by myself at that point.
I just remember
that was post accident. I was probably 15, 16.
So in order to take care of this deer, there's a mud puddle, and I've never seen anybody do this.
He drowned him.
He drowned the deer. He literally put the head of the deer, put all of his weight on the head in the mud puddle.
You remember it kicking me in the back?
I do. And I didn't want to have the heart to tell him you probably should be doing this.
Go to sleep. Let it go. Stop fighting.
I do. Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah,
Was there a discussion of like, hey, we need to put this thing down?
No, just like he
just went right for it.
Instinct.
That's a bit disturbing.
Killer instinct.
No, I'll never forget it. It's just like my mouth was way down,
like father, like son.
I'm like
that must have been a weird moment for you, like seeing me just jump on this thing's back.
That's exactly why I quit.
Were you just like, hey, good job, good job?
That's why I quit trapping. I couldn't handle. You couldn't kill them stupid possums. I tried to drown them underwater.
Speaking of which, this morning I get out of my truck and I'm walking through that cut cornfield before I go across the creek, and I see the eyes in front of me, and I'm like, what the hell? I've got my green light on. So I get like from here to the light away. I'm like, it's a possum. And so I talked to him. I'm like, hey, what's going on, Mr. Possum? Just kind of, and the thing just starts, it follows me. Like I'm walking and I keep looking back and it's just following me. I'm like, oh, look, this thing. I turned around once. I'm like, I'm going to have to punt this thing like a long way.
Yeah, I remember.
But it just was like following me for like
that's
50
weird.
Yards. Yeah. I was like,
rabies?
No, I think it was just curious.
They're just curious.
Just making a friend.
Yeah.
All right, one more story.
Okay.
It was after your accident. I want to say you're 17 because you could drive at that point. And if there's ever any feral cats, if you guys don't know what feral cats are, they're
regular cats.
They're regular cats that are wild. Okay,
they're cats that are not currently at their place of residence.
Nobody claims them.
They're not, but it was known in our neighborhood this cat didn't have an owner.
They typically don't have collars and bells on them.
No, it was known.
Yeah.
It was known. It was known.
Nobody claimed this cat.
I knew. And so when
we had seen this cat like around, it's like this cat's always in our yard, and it's like.
When Jared asked, he says, Dad, and he asked permission. I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's nice.
He's like, Dad, do you care if I shoot?
First time for everything.
If I shoot this cat and mistakes were made, right?
Right.
I said yes.
Yeah.
Shoot the cat.
Shoot the cat.
So
it destroys the songbird populations.
Well, I didn't think
it was. They're hunting like the feeder, the bird feeder.
Absolutely are.
Well, I didn't think anything about it until my girls had this is probably 2 p.m. and
it was midday. We had hunted that morning. I think we came back and it was there like in the yard, and I shot at it and I missed it, and I was shooting like the woods was behind there. It's just this giant piece of woods.
Hold up, before you go there, the girls have their volleyball team.
Yeah, this is before that. I'm just saying.
Oh, okay.
So I shoot this cat, I miss it, and the arrow goes into the woods. And we're like, okay, I'm not going to go get it. Like, it's gone.
It's gone.
Yeah.
So the girls had their volleyball team over to go to a corn maze, and we had chickens and goats down below. And it was a kind of a novel thing to do, is take the city kids down to see the chickens and goats.
get them in the rural lifestyle.
So I forget if it was Ashton or Jenna, but one of the girls come running up, and she had this big old white eyes, and she's like, "Dad, there's an arrow sticking in the goat." And I'm like,
first bow kill.
"Oh no!" And I'm like, what are you talking about? So I go down into the pen and imagine a perfect gut shot on this is a mom's pet. She had 2 of them.
Gut shots are never perfect.
How far from the arrow release are the goats?
Well, from the release, the cat was probably 30 yards. And then from the cat, it was like
90 degree.
Well, at least a 45-degree angle.
And how far?
To where the
I'm going to say it was probably another 60 yards.
Wow.
I was going to say 70 yards.
60, 80 yards.
It's like an immaculate shot.
Yeah.
Hard angle and severe drop in elevation.
Your arrow?
I never did see the arrow. I can't confirm.
No, okay.
I cannot confirm or deny.
So the very first thing I thought when I saw the arrow in the goat, and it was a perfect gut shot, and it was a broadhead, I'm looking around because it's archery season.
Yeah.
Somebody else shot.
Somebody shot an albino.
Somebody
yeah,
accidentally shot this thing. Then I looked more carefully, and Jared had special arrows.
Said Jared on it.
And so I knew it was Jared, and he's out hunting. And so the text went out, "Jared, come home, arrow in mom's goat."
Oh my.
Send.
All I remember was
were you with Zacho?
Come home, arrow and goat. Yeah, me and Zacho were in the stand.
So
I remember getting the text and being like, "Oh no!" I was like, "I gotta go right now."
This is not good.
Got down on the tree and
Mom's gonna be pissed.
Not good.
So I mean, what do? You have to put the goat down.
Oh yeah.
So I put the goat down.
Did you try to pull it out?
I imagine
no.
you ever see like Napoleon Dynamite when
Push
the guy's
it through.
shooting the cow in front of this cool kids?
No,
That's pretty much what it was.
So now you have all these junior high girls, and they hear the shot go out,
They're all screaming,
and there's girls crying.
Damn city kids are weak.
No, it just was not good. I didn't feel good as a pet.
Yeah.
Right. So I made Jared.
Who shot it?
Me.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
no,
it was the arrow that I shot.
He shot.
No.
Oh, Dad shot it.
I put it down.
Yeah.
Just one shot?
Jared's like, I want some of that action.
No.
He's like, is there any mud puddles around?
I was trying to remember like how I felt about it. I mean, I obviously felt bad.
I hope you did.
I did.
Because that was like
That's a good sign.
It's mom's pet, right?
Yeah, but I also felt like we're wasting the meat a little. And I remember feeling
goat meat is so good.
I remember being like, we should at least
It's like mutton.
do something.
Boy,
like
you would have
that.
taken those city girls to a whole new level if you start skinning and butchering right there, too.
I mean, you can't make this stuff up. Just the fact you have a perfect gut shot on,
that was crazy.
One of mom's pets.
Wow.
And so we end up digging.
It really was a severe, like it ricocheted
That's
off
an
a tree.
insane, like the odds of that happen. I mean,
It
you
was
put a
not-
deer
it
at
was
25
not at
yards,
all.
you could,
You
you miss it.
You couldn't gut shot him.
Honestly, like I'd take the shot again today in hindsight. Like
I'd kill that cat again. Nobody claimed it. It
I'd
wasn't
have hit it this time.
I'd have got it this
To the
time.
cat.
well,
Yeah.
so
It lived on. The cat lived on, huh?
Apparently, yeah.
the cat lived
I probably
on.
caught it in a trap next week or something.
Cats are tough.
Yeah.
You know what?
Goats apparently aren't.
No, they're weak.
Yeah, they're
they're
soft.
not.
I thought you were going to tell the story of that one doe that I shot in the head. That's what I thought you were going to tell.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I remember that. That was a Halloween night. I wouldn't do that one again, but that's what teenagers do,
Stupid stuff.
I started feeling like, oh, dude, I'm an ace. Like I could hit them all, And sure enough, this doe was giving me one of these, and I gave her one right there.
I remember Halloween night.
Torched her.
You and Corey were out in our barn, and they had a big turkey fire, and they're doing a European mount, and they're dunking this head. They had their beer, and they had this turkey fryer, and the smell of that flesh coming off, and a rancid beer on Halloween night. I open up the barn door, and I see the two boys over the turkey fire, and the smoke and the smell, and it's Halloween night. I closed the barn door, and I'm like, I don't want any part of that.
I don't want anything to do with that.
Can't have any part of that.
Well, with Uncle Dale, and I think like a lot of people or I've talked about it here, it's like a big inspiration of mine, and what probably got me hooked or interested in bow hunting to begin with was, putting the spotlight on those bucks up there in Meadville, and going, and spotlighting was a big part. We don't do that at all anymore. I mean, I remember, and from there I took it and I did that at home a lot there. And like, you'd go out at night with a spotlight. That was
crazy how big, like that was like any night that I had, it was like, going to go spotting.
Yeah. Just what you did.
Just what you did.
And it'd be fun to go back and think about what some of them bucks were. I mean, we had our favorite places like
2 and 3 year olds at the biggest.
John Brown.
I don't know, man. Some of them ones that I was finding were like, I'll bet some of them were 4-year-olds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably 140s.
That's a big deer though.
Yeah. For Pennsylvania.
Back then,
Yeah.
About it.
So yeah. And I just remember Jared, like he was just like instantly hooked on seeing those giant like animals. There's just nothing else like them. They're just an amazing animal.
Just doing nocturnal things, you literally, I mean, because none of us were running cameras at that time.
No.
So it was like that light, like literally was the light on all of like, hope they exist.
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned the trapping, and I do think that is the inspiration when you start looking at sign, because you have to, when you trap, it's your scent, right? You have to control your scent like you do in archery, read the sign. So whether it's scrapes or rubs or anything like that, same thing with trapping. And so that was kind of the inspiration, I think, that launched you. And then
it was both for sure.
Then with Dale, your passion, because you're much more of a hunter than I am.
It was always archery. Like for me, like you started a career and a job and we hunted. Dwayne and I hunted when we were young, but we had no idea what we were doing. We never killed anything. We went out with our bows, but never
sit on the ground.
Right? Yeah.
Well, as I say, you killed that biggest buck, that 159 or whatever in Pennsylvania in 99.
99.
You would have been six.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I mean, like,
I didn't even see the deer in person. I remember seeing the newspaper clipping on Mimi's refrigerator, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool." What was cool about getting to go out there was it was more so like. How like I don't know how old I was exactly, but it was cool that we got to sneak away from family dinner, or it was like we did dinner and then afterwards like, all right, dude, you want to get out of here? I'm like, yeah, and
you go spot,
and it was cool.
Yeah,
it was cool.
We did the same thing,
Yeah.
So and then the trapping was I was learning more there, and you taught me that stuff. What do you remember the first traps that I set there?
I do.
I told you how I set them, and you're like, You're like, let's go take a look at those. And immediately when I was like, I caught a bird. You're like, well, yeah, that's why we came out, because you put them above ground or whatever. And so when we learned that, and then you learn the lesson of like, then I caught all these raccoons. You're like, how do you kill these freaking things? Like they live forever,
They do.
So, and then all the scent component of it, and
the
worlds merge.
The blue heron.
Oh yeah.
That thing's like a pterodactyl on a foot trap.
Yeah.
So why do you think that, like you and I though, like, so we tried all these things, but you kind of like set them all aside, didn't you?
What's that?
Trapping and all that stuff, or do you still do some of that stuff?
No. Yeah, set them all aside.
It was bow hunting.
Yeah.
Well, the one thing that we do talk about, because Jared and I are 8 or 9 years apart, right, from an age group standpoint, is like, I don't know, my first whatever $6 to $10 or in a 5-gallon bucket. Right. From like, if it was a spike and it was legal, I shot it.
Sure. That's what you did in Pennsylvania.
Jared skipped those steps.
You went right to an elk. The elk was your first bull or your first thing to shoot.
No, you shot
for a buck.
I don't.
I'm
not sure if that's true or not.
When you're 15,
I don't know.
I think it was.
When did you shoot your? Because you shot what, a 2 or 3 year old?
Yeah, my first buck ever was, I think, a 2-year-old in hindsight. The raccoons are at the house.
Do you remember what age you were?
I could drive because Zacho and I were up there by herself.
So when you were 15, you couldn't drive. You shot a bull elk.
Wow. With your bow?
With his bow.
Yeah. I'd killed it. Well, because I killed a doe with a gun that first year
And
at
you ate-
Robinson's.
And you ate the tip of the heart.
Yeah.
Because Dad made you.
Yep. And then I don't remember like from as a 13, 14, 15-year-old.
The 15-year-old
Dad made you eat the tip of the heart. Just the tip.
Yeah.
Well, no, it was. We saw it on Red Dawn.
Yeah, I never did it.
The old movie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Swayze.
Great
Swayze.
movie.
Yeah.
The,
Great
the,
movie.
the old one,
Classic.
right?
Classic.
And so
we should watch it tomorrow while we're in the blinds.
Well, no. So the very first deer.
Cue that up, Jerry.
No,
Red
He's
Dawn.
like, I already got that one saved.
Red Dawn.
you wonder, why Jared is the way he is. His dad made him eat the tip of the heart, and it was still
I can't
bloody.
remember if I killed that elk before I killed.
You had to have.
You killed it before your first buck.
If you were
Interesting.
15
Yeah.
and you didn't kill your first buck till you were driving.
Yep.
Yeah.
You had to.
Yeah, I guess
Yep.
so.
Yep.
That's
Interesting.
weird. Yeah, we've
Yeah.
never discussed
Wow.
that before.
Yeah.
Huh.
So,
And it was a 5x5, 5x4. Your first duck?
whatever. Yeah, 4x4 legal bull. I remember
Yeah.
that's what it had to be. Small one, what I mean, raghorn, but
Right,
But
going,
again, you didn't even kill a buck at that point with your bow.
yeah,
no,
interesting.
you learned something about yourself.
Yeah.
You think that
There you go.
in hindsight played a role into then not killing like the first fork horn you saw or something? Well, you probably came in. Well, I don't know. Kids could shoot under antler restrictions, right? At that time, I don't remember how that worked.
Yeah.
It could.
So yeah, you didn't
Shoot-
kill like
shoot
the
whatever.
first
I
like
just
fork horn.
no, I don't ever remember. I remember from day one as a 12-year-old thinking like I'm looking for a nice racked buck.
Is that because of him?
Yeah, probably. Because we'd been looking at stuff in the spotlight or glassing. I'm like, that's what we're looking for. So I know there never was a phase where, and nobody in our family was ever like, yeah, go mow them down. So we just didn't.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, you don't shoot small bucks. Like,
We love deer meat, but we love doe meat. right?
Interesting.
So
Yeah.
yeah. And I don't remember ever hunting for the meat. Like I remember like, it's great that that's a big part of it. We get that from it, but either both of you or whatever, it was just, we're out there hunting for the sport and for the challenge and stuff. And so, and you're hunting for, that's what we're hunting for. You go out and glass them and see there's a good buck. So, yeah.
Yeah, for me, I was just like you and growing up in Pennsylvania. You just shot the first thing you saw all the time, and that's been a little bit of a struggle in our camp. I mean, just like trying to break traditions, because traditions they're fun and they have meaning, and there's a reason you do them.
Yeah.
Well, we
But-
talked about it even here. You could look at it for better or for
Yeah.
worse, but it's like we're going to these properties, and it's kind of like those days of where like I'm sitting there, I'm like, I don't even know what's on here.
Yeah.
Like that buck I saw, I'm like, or the one you saw, like you didn't expect to see that deer.
No.
And so like I looked and I'm like, there's a shooter, and I'm like, I don't know. Normally, I'm so used to being like, there's that buck. And so then I know his age. I probably have some idea of his score. I know if I want to kill him or I don't. Now I'm like, there's a buck, and I'm like, shooter, not shooter, three. Like, I don't know. Like, you just, to your hesitation question, like, it's a different thing than we've been doing for the last 8 years, 10 years.
Right. Right. Where I made a change was, and this doesn't happen to everybody, and I've come to the point where I'm okay with that, because I was that guy that, like, I don't know how this will go over with your viewers or whatever.
Yeah, they like it. Don't worry.
Well,
They're fine.
Like I was a lot like Jared and you guys are now, where like I was just like getting mad at like my family for like, why are you guys passing these, why are you shooting everything that moves? What I mean? But what I found out was that not everybody has the same passion that we do, or the time to do it. And it doesn't make them wrong. It just makes them different, but it makes it harder for us because they're interfering with what we're trying to do. And that causes conflict, especially when it's family and friends. So that's been tough for us to navigate,
It's a big thing. I mean,
it is
because there are like, we were talking about the EHD thing in Southern Ohio and stuff here recently, but a lot of those guys who maybe traditionally, have killed bucks, and so they're like, whatever, the first big 3 or 4 year old they see, that's what they'll shoot. right? And they don't care about that. There's a reason the doe population's out of control. Is they don't want to shoot a doe. They want to shoot a buck, right?
I'm as guilty as anybody.
Yeah, I get it. And so, but all of a sudden the EHD comes in, right? Wipes out all these deer. Now it's like, boy, the only buck I have on camera is this, and it's a 2-year-old. Well, guess what? They're gonna kill him.
Yeah.
And then tomorrow they're gonna go back to, and I'm not saying this is a bad thing, but watching football, going to concerts, doing whatever they do outside of hunting, right?
Yeah.
Whereas, like, hypothetically in our world, like, let's say we're the neighbor to that, and that's our best 2-year-old. The next months in advance, we're like, imagine what that deer would have been next year. Like,
we're mourning.
Yeah. It's a different feeling, and it's no knock to the person that killed that, because as long as they're happy, per what we talked about before, as long as they didn't walk up and they're like, well, it was a lot smaller than I thought, like ground shrinkage type of thing, right?
Right.
If they're appreciative of it and the family wants to meet and everything, like, great, right?
Good. Yeah.
The realization that we tend to have difficulty with people like that is they use the meat thing as a big crutch, but it's like, then just shoot a doe. They don't want to. They want to shoot a buck, whether it's from a manliness standpoint or the fact they can go to work the next week and say, yep, killed a buck, got a buck. And it's fine. Like it's on the state to situate of how to fix that. But there's a big effect because we're in the minority, right? The thinking of it of 365 and what we're going to do and trying to get these deer through and stuff, like, we're the minority. And so, and that's okay. Because a lot of the things that we do benefit the masses, right? From leaving food and trying to pass deer or whatever. But at the same time, it's such a fine line because we can't come down on those people.
No,
because they're not doing anything wrong. It's just at the end of the day, and some people get mad about it, but I'm just like, you just don't care about it as much as I do. And that's okay. Like, you go back to your normal thing the next day. I'm still thinking about it in March when nobody's thinking about it. That's the difference.
Yeah, it's a cultural kind of thing. Like, for me, I know exactly what happened when I made the transition, because, like, I just remember growing up, Dad took us out with a gun, and it's a big deal just to kill a deer with a gun, a buck. I mean, just to be able to get a 1.5-year-old deer with a buck. That was a big thing.
That's huge. That was the goal.
Yeah, growing up. Right. So if you could do that, well, then we could do it almost every year, and then that's just what you did. Got pretty good at it. Well, I went out to Montana, and I remember my brother-in-law telling me, "You're going to see a lot of deer out here." He said, "Don't shoot the first thing you see, because you're going to see a lot more deer than you're used to seeing. They're everywhere." And I'm like, okay, so I rode around.
Completely different way of thinking, right?
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, whatever. And so, and I didn't. Well, one time I went out by myself, and I saw a bunch of whitetails go out. The tails were flagging, and they had mule deers mixed in with whitetails. All of a sudden, this big whitetail stood up. I mean, about this wide. And oh man, I put the 7mm rod 8 on him and let him have it. And I thought I just shot the biggest whitetail in my life. Walked up, it was a 1.5-year-old mule deer.
A 2x2.
Yeah. Big old fork like that. Yeah. And then I was like, crap, man, that's not what I wanted to do. But I put my tag on it. I went back and like, oh, you don't need a tag. We'll put somebody else's tag. I'm like, no, man, I shot it. I own it.
Yeah.
Them guys made fun of me out there. Like, you would not believe.
For shooting it? Or for tagging it?
Yeah, no, because it was so young.
Yeah.
It was a cultural thing. Like, they'd already, because it was easier to get bigger deer, they just did it. Yeah. So it just started making me think, well, why do I do what I do? It's just what I've always done. So that year I decided, well, I'm going to wait this year. A couple years later is when I shot that giant one. And that set me on a trajectory. You're kind of on it now. You shot this big one, but it's going to be hard to match that, even at your farm. I mean, it's just.
Well, what do you think about your trajectory? We just talked about it. You're 25 years into trying to beat that. You've killed a lot of deer since then, right?
Yeah. What I think is I'm going to go do a trajectory right now in the bathroom, and I'll come back and answer that question.
Yeah, just think about it. That's a good trajectory. That's a good one. Yeah.
That's the smoothest exit.
Yeah. Just a little arch.
Push out a perpetrator.
Yeah.
Too much information. He's got some Miralax going there. Something. Oh boy.
Did we have any stories that we didn't tell the last time?
Who, us?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
know what we talked about. My first deer I shot was a button buck.
Yeah.
Did you trap growing up?
No.
Nah.
No, the only time I trapped was my buddies in high school trapped, so I would just go with them. And a lot of it was just like, muskrats and coons and stuff like that. But
what got you into reading sign for deer?
Bow hunting.
Bow hunting.
Yeah, because he was one of, very few bow hunters in our family. Everybody else was gun hunters. And so, like, we hunted a small piece of ground behind Penn Trafford High School. And, like, even when I couldn't hunt, like, I knew he was out. I would just, like, sit up at the bleachers at the practice ball field and just, like, wait.
He would go up in the field, and there used to be a power line that went through and briars, and there was a couple where they changed the poles. And so it's like a stubble. He'd go up there and just sit in the summer and with binoculars and watch all the deer coming out. So, I mean, he basically knew where they were here. I mean, we knew that property like the palm of your hand. I mean, it was just unbelievable. And, but he learned a lot of it from that, and we've shot a lot of bucks and a lot of deer. And I'm sure everybody's been that way where you shoot something and there's no blood trail. I mean, it's like it just disappeared. And like I try to teach him, well, look for the tracks, look for the easiest route, because this deer ain't going to go through all kind of stuff. He's hurt. He's going through an easy route. And a lot of times, like I say, they go to water because they go in shock and they need, the water. But, and I mean, I basically just took it and just kept working with it. I mean, like that one deer you shot up in the mountain. How long did it? It's the picture.
2 miles.
Is that what it was? 2 miles?
Yeah. Jared was 2 miles away from me when I found it.
I mean, that was a lot of tracking.
I was grading a mountain.
I mean, I'm usually pretty honest about it. And not in a cocky way, but I'm a good blood trailer. Like, that's my thing. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm just really good at that elk I shot this year. I had to track 600 yards.
It's
like in some nasty stuff.
If I'd have known that, I wouldn't have called Madison.
Oh, dude, I'm a good blood trailer on that side. Yeah, that's my thing. I just like it.
Why don't you call him? I'll save me some money.
He's good, but not as good as a drone.
Yeah, not as good as a drone.
Yeah.
But
I'm just kidding.
The reason I'm a good blood trailer is I was not a good shot when I was a kid. Like, and like we talked about, like muzzleloader season, late season. Like, I would just go buy whatever 10 doe tags from the courthouse, and I just hunt all of winter break and just stack them.
Yeah.
And I end up tracking a lot of deer that way.
Right.
But it's just that was what it was. Is like, I didn't make great shots, so you had to learn to blood track them if you had to find them. The same way with processing we talked about is like when I started killing 3, 4, 5 does in the late season, he's like, I'm not paying to process these. You best learn how to cut them up yourself.
Right.
So I did, and I just started skinning them out and cutting them up.
Basically, that's what he's done ever since. Each learn as same with you. You just learn as you do over and over and over. Everybody has advice on how to hunt deer. There's so many different magazine shows. There's this HUNTR Podcast.
We're kind of a big deal.
Yeah. But, everybody has their own way. Like what works for you may not work for somebody else. I mean, like both of you guys, you've been doing this for how long now? What have you learned? All these professional people you talk to. Mm-hmm. If you learn anything like...
Well, Jared and I hunt very different. Like I would say that, like, look at the 2 bucks that he just killed, especially the last one is like, he's like, I know that deer's there. I'm going to just sit him all day, dark to dark for 4 days. I don't do that.
Waited him out.
I don't do that.
Yeah.
Like I told Roger that the other day. We were just talking about strategy. He said, dude, I'm a tacticianer. I'm an October guy. Like, I'm just like, he's there. He's doing this thing. Here's what the land looks like. I'm going to go in on the weather front. And I'm just going to kill him that day on this evening.
You study it. You know where to go in through and where to have a stand set up and the weather and all that stuff. And same with you. I mean, you'll use a kayak to go down the river to get to a spot.
That's the right way to get into it.
You both work very, very hard hunting. I mean, it's not like you just get up in the morning, go out and do. I mean, you work at it.
But everybody does it different. I mean, all of these so-called experts, where you look at it on habitat or especially on the hunting side, it's like none of them have there are commonalities, right? That you find that you're like, yeah, okay. But none of them do it the same way, which is kind of the cool thing. You listen to someone, and you're like, that's weird. He said he does it the whole complete opposite.
Right.
Well, I rely a lot on Jeremy, I think, for my strategy, like
just from gut checks.
Yeah, from a gut check standpoint.
Right.
Like if you tell me something I don't think is correct, then I'll be like, nah,
yeah,
I don't think so. But I also text you a lot to be like, even today, I'm like, you think I should get down like right now and go do this right now? And I don't even know if you responded, but like for me,
No,
I need a.
Well, because you justified it because you're like, well,
I'm like, you're in the
maybe I'll
chamber,
go
you're
in
seeing deer, I need
tomorrow.
to get in
And
the
then I was
cover.
like, well, yeah, dude, it's gonna rain all morning though. Like you're not, and you're like, oh, I should probably get down now. I'm like, yeah, I would.
Yeah.
Well, I bet it's like coming here to Kansas. One side he tags out the first night we get there. The next one is he tags out the first morning we get there. I mean, it's like they're drawn to him or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, not that he's doing anything special.
No.
It just a lot of it is being in the right place at the right time. Number one.
Yeah.
You know, that's how
I know how to kill him.
Well, it's a mentality standpoint because I'm very much on the mentality of the first time I sit a spot is my most deadly time to kill him. Jared is not. He'll sit that thing 10 days in a row if the wind's right to kill him.
Well,
and by day 10, I'm like, man, I don't have a shot at this.
Well,
deer.
you got Kansas. You were like, yeah, you were up
sat it out
every morning. You were there, sat all day, didn't get back till dark. And that's what it takes. You know, the more you're there, the better your chances are.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, you both hunt, you know, and having the podcast talking about all this stuff to different people that is great. But also, you guys have a wall back at home that's, got some pretty nice deer on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
So you also do what you speak, you talk about.
Mm-hmm.
You won't just sit and talk about deer hunting this and that. No, you guys are out doing it.
Well, they just line up. It seems like the deer, like you can't plan and say at least for me. I mean, I don't know. Each one is like a little bit different, but it's just kind of like the opportunities stack up as you're putting in the work.
Right.
And then at a certain point, you look back, you're like, oh, yeah, killed a couple of them, you know what I mean, doing that or whatever. And you're like,
and a lot of it, just like looking on Onyx, you're looking at the map and at different points, pinch points, that all that. That's where the deer are running. So over the years, you have learned a lot about whitetail hunt.
Well, and it's cool. So we have talked to a lot of people, and so you pull, and you're like, oh, okay, this is work for them, or this is a way to do this, and there's different styles. And so even Jeremy and I, we've talked to all the same people at the same time. We had the same conversations, but we still came away with like some pretty different strategies. Like I was reflecting the other day, I'm like, I haven't killed a whitetail in October, a buck, anyways. Like I don't think one. All of them are in the first 2 to 3 weeks of November.
Yeah.
Kill some deer in September in North Dakota and stuff, but I haven't had the success.
And besides Kansas, because of our trips and time frame, all of mine have been in October.
Was it
except
because
for one?
Is it because of the weather in October is usually warmer and you'd like to hunt cold fronts? And so you don't probably hunt.
Truthfully, I would say it's because I hunt the Midwest in November.
Yeah.
And I hunt at home in October, it's just harder.
Right.
It's probably
well, the deer. I always think what happens is you get stuck in these ruts of only one way to get them, and take all you guys' technology away. I mean, that's made you pretty successful.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? It's made it easier, but it's shortened that learning curve too.
A ton
stuff that took us years and years and years to learn.
But I think also growing up with that stuff, because just like this morning, with that fog, you couldn't range nothing. I mean, so you had to go old school.
Yeah.
You see, that looks like 10, 20, that's about 30 yards there. But that's what it was.
I'm way less dependent on my rangefinder than you guys. I hardly ever use it.
That was the first thing I detected yesterday when you were talking about that deer. You were like, he's 30 to 35. I'm like, what do you mean you didn't range him?
No.
Yeah.
Even afterwards?
Why? He was gone.
Well, so you knew, because in your mind you had him at 30, 35.
I can't remember the last deer that I lost because it wasn't the correct range. I mean, just like for me, like I set my pin at 25, that's where it stays. So if a deer's basically 30 yards or less, he's in my zone.
He's dead.
I got him. And I know what that range is from doing it all these years and years and years. It's a little harder when you get in different terrain. Open terrain looks different.
Oh, yeah.
It does.
Woods.
30 doesn't. 30 looks a lot closer in an open field than it does in the woods.
Those big steep angles.
Right. But you could train your eye so that you're better at it than some if you're just used to doing it. I do it all the time when I use my rangefinder. I'll guess it before I range it.
Yeah.
Most times though, within 2 yards.
So I don't do it with the deer coming in, but it's pre.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, I'll range that little pine tree there, right, just right here. So I know, well, if it's in here, it's within 30 yards. If it's here, maybe 25 yards, or if it's out there, so I range everything around me. So when they're coming in, because sometimes you don't have time to pull it out and look.
That's right.
You know what area they're in.
You range them all the time, don't you?
I do.
Do you?
Yeah.
Deer.
I range ahead of time. Well,
he's very calm and collective in the moment.
I don't range the deer themselves typically. I'll range where they're going to.
Yeah.
That's why I'm good at filming them too.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I can be 15 seconds ahead of them. And I'll get the camera where it needs to be. I'll range that spot, even though I've already got a ballpark. I'm like, he's gonna be right there, and then that's where they end up.
We did that video, that one. You spine. I mean, he dropped them, but you got your rangefinder out. You ranged it, and then you shot him again.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I ranged that 11 point too, not the deer itself, but I was like, he's gonna walk right to that log.
There, 25
I ranged the log,
right.
Even though I already knew. I just double checked it.
Yeah. Well, that's a big. I'd like to think that's one of the reasons I was a good blood trailer is because I didn't have a rangefinder growing up, so I was just like, yeah, that's 20, and then I don't know, shot him low or whatever.
Right. To like, even that Iowa did something to me last year where I was like, I kind of fell apart on that deer. It was just such a big deer. And it was like an extreme experience.
It was very much like his yesterday. Like you literally got in the stand.
Yeah.
You hadn't seen any other deer moving.
Well,
you saw one, I guess.
I tried to get that across, but there's just no way to do it. Like I can tell you guys all like hey, tomorrow it could be tomorrow. It could be that, like while we're driving out here, it's like it can happen that quick. There's no way to know. You know, it's just so it's just always be ready.
It's just so different from home.
And I do feel like, so I'm happy with what I carried out of Iowa to this year. I have felt like I'm ready. And the 2 opportunities that I've had, I'm like, I executed.
Yeah. I mean,
and you start to understand over the years what it feels like and what it takes to,
you didn't
to
see
do that.
Any deer before either of those, right?
On the day of? I did. The day that I shot the 8 point, it was slow and it was a heavy air, humid day. But I saw 2 does.
Those are probably the same we bumped out of that ditch
that
day.
But it was slow. But then we got a picture of that deer half an hour before moving in that general direction. So I'm like,
he's there.
And then the day I shot the 11, I saw a year and a half old, and just nothing crazy.
Well, a lot of people say, I know back in the days where big buck comes walking in, okay, and right away you see these all the antlers and everything, and it's like, and they say most people miss because they're so focused on the antlers and not shooting the deer. So it's like once you see that, make that decision, you forget all about the antlers. And you just go with the deer and the shot on the deer, because like I said, there's people that they just freak. They see the antlers, they're focused on that, and
there's a name for it.
It's buck fever.
Buck fever.
Buck fever.
And there's a lot of people that have it.
Yeah.
But
a lot of
make
people.
that mindset, that decision. Okay, you know what? Yep, I'm going to shoot him, and then just everything else just goes out the window.
Well, that's one of the most, I think, addictive parts about bow hunting for me is like it's like you see. That's the opportunity that tells you who you are. You're like, can I pull this off? You're like, can I, like the whole encounter? It's like, can I read his body language and like, it's just like,
you know what's gotten harder for me. Like you ask about my trajectory, and I've struggled a little bit with this year. The hard part I found is the managing of the gear, just like which makes me nervous, like a little bit, like when you pulling the bow off the tree, you don't want to clank it.
Yeah.
All those little things like that. You're like, I've gotten really good at remaining calm. But it's just you got to do everything right on these big deer.
Well, I think
they'll get you.
The big thing that I think has changed, like especially in the last 10 years, but you can, it could go back before that, is like most of the time, especially where we're hunting, minus like even this place, like when we see a deer, we're like, we know that deer. You know who he is. You've seen pictures of him. You have in your mind, I'm here to kill GR8. There's GR8. I'm going to kill him. Versus, 20 years ago, you sat on a scrape on a rub line and you're daydreaming about, whatever, just a giant 8-point coming across. And then all of a sudden here comes a buck and you're like, I don't know. I'm going to kill this you didn't know anything about it. Like your brain's very much like yours yesterday is like you turn, you don't expect that deer.
Yeah.
Now your brain's processing like, I don't know him. Should I shoot him?
Well,
yeah, I'm going to shoot him. He's a giant.
yeah,
and then all of a sudden 10 seconds goes by.
I could say this, like he didn't show me anything, but I mean, he told him, I asked him, is there anything up here? He said, oh yeah, there's a couple shooters, or one that might go 150 or something like that. So I had that on my head. And as soon as I saw that deer, and this is part of where, I mean, I'm just being honest, like this has been a little bit of a struggle for me to like age and read these deer and to the point to where sometimes it's not enjoyable because it's stressful because it's dark.
I got that feeling from you yesterday when you said, I looked at him and I was like, should you shoot this deer, but like that's not this deer. You're already processing.
Yeah,
I only can kill these deer. Anything else is not in the kill range.
That's right. And so that has gotten ingrained into me a little bit. And it's the dumbest thing. Like that was a no-brainer. Shoot that deer immediately. But here I am processing like, okay, that's not the one he told me about. It looks a little bigger. Like, why am I even doing this? Just pull back.
He's a giant. Kill him.
Right. Well, but a lot of it's because of this metamorphosis we've had at the farm, trying to grow deer and trying to raise that level. So
and you're at an outfit. Roger's trying to manage his place and to grow bigger deer. Like, so
for me, what my goal is, and I'm not trying to convince you or anybody, but like, I just want it to always be fun.
Yeah.
And for me, what's fun is when I came out here, my goal was I'll never have an opportunity to shoot a bigger buck. So I'm not going to shoot just any little thing here.
Sure.
I'm going to try to shoot the biggest buck I could find here. That's my goal here. At the farm, there are way better bucks at Ohio than I have in Pennsylvania hunt. So I try to be on board with what we're trying to shoot there. That's what my goal is, trying to be goal oriented. But at home, if I can find a good 3-year-old in Pennsylvania, that's the one. It's all relative to where I am.
And that's what you have to understand. I'm the same way. I mean, I've got Ohio, Pennsylvania, Kentucky, Illinois here. It's like what we shoot on our Illinois farm, like, is not even realistic on any of my other farms.
No.
And so I may not want to shoot a 4-year-old in Kentucky, but the odds of them getting to 5 aren't great. Same with Ohio, right? Yeah. Like this year in Ohio, going into it, this summer I had 2 5-year-olds, 3 4-year-olds, and 1 6 7-year-old. And I was like, okay, I'm going to target these 3 shooters so I don't shoot the 4-year-olds. Like if they get killed or if my dad or the kids kill them, great, whatever. I don't care. I'm personally not. Well, my 2 5-year-olds probably died from EHD. So now I'm down to a single shooter who's not very consistent. It's like, do I just commit myself to him? Do I, not settle, but do I?
It's what it feels like.
Do I just go kill 4-year-olds because that's what's available to like? It's a weird thing, and again, it goes back to the discussion that some people just don't understand, like what that like. They're like, what do you like? Oh, you're elitist, like just go out there. But it's like it's the goal of knowing that if that 4-year-old makes it to 5, like that's a special creature, right? Like there just aren't many of them. If I kill him, he's sure not getting to 5.
No,
but if 98% of them get killed by the neighbors every year. Am I insane to just keep doing it? Probably.
You're right.
So like, it's to your point. I think it still has to be fun. Like
nobody. The decision at that point is, do you change the goal or change the farm?
Yeah,
that's that's where I'm at.
I know it's extremely tough. And I mean, it depends. Like yours is a family farm. Like in my Ohio place, Madison and I are talking about because he's going to come down and fly this thing on Monday. Like I'm on a 2-year plan with that farm. Not that I don't think that it can be good. I mean, I killed a 5-year-old. I got a 6 or 7-year-old on it. Like I've got a new 5-year-old. Like I've got deer to kill on there. But I'm just like, there's multiple. It's 3 hours away. I could be a little closer to home. It doesn't have good open ground. So like I can't do the food plots and things like that I want to do. Right. I have to open up ground if I want to do that. So it's just like maybe I can take that to a level. But in my head, in 2 years, that will be on the market because I'll be looking to upgrade into a more
that's a
better farm.
That's where Illinois kind of came from. Was we were like, dude, we can't grow giant bucks on the Ohio farm. We just, every couple of years we get like a 5-year-old, and recently here we've done pretty well with it. I mean, this past year was good. I agree with that and stuff. But
well, I think this year was because you guys controlled all your uncles.
Yeah.
So like you've had a couple seasons where you've put the pressure off, right? Which has helped get deer into older age classes. Now, what happens in the next 2 or 3?
Yeah, right.
When you don't have that pressure controlled.
Yeah.
It might not work out that way.
It may not.
It may. It very well may, but it might not.
Yeah. And so,
not to deflate that.
Well, no. And so that
was my reasoning.
That's where I was like, well, hey, if I want to shoot, big mature bucks, and high scoring ones, I say, you got to go where they are.
You got to go where they are.
So yeah, that's why we bought the Illinois farm, and not everybody can buy a farm, and we can't keep buying farms, as much as I'd love to just buy them all, but you can't. So
yeah, and I mean it just comes down to like what's the that's an investment farm. It's in an area, we got our original farm under market value. It's a good hunting area as well. Like we're able to grow big bucks on it, but we don't use that farm for anything else. Like we're not even on it.
Yeah. Well, and the tough spot that we're in Ohio is I just don't know how you win with the regulations. Like, cause you go anywhere and any neighbor with 5 acres can dump a corn pile on it and you're screwed.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
you can't own enough acreage.
No, even if you're the biggest landowner out there, they suck off of you all around it.
Yeah. Well, we are, and they do.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah. And it's a parcel side, like, because people will say, well, Kansas is the same way. Well, number one, you limit non-residents in Kansas. Number two is there are larger parcel sizes overall and less people. So like all of those factors are immense when you're getting to the point of like, what's the effect on the deer population because of baiting or whatever else.
Yeah. Well, and there's also the component of like, it's the home farm, not only in the sense that, it's whatever attachment we have to, other than the fact that you guys live there and stuff. It's nice to have somewhere to go and be able to do the work that we want to do. It's like anytime we can go and spend all this time planting food plots or doing the burns,
which we enjoy a lot.
And we enjoyed that part of it. And
see how you threw the burns in there?
I heard that.
Whatever it is. And half the time it's like, even while you're doing it, you're like, is it for like, what's the point? Yeah, it's not going to yield what we want out of it necessarily, but I love doing it, so we just keep doing it.
Well, what's the difference between you and me is like, you won't quit. Like I did it one time at my place. I put a food plot in with the goal of trying to grow a deer. My neighbor killed it on the first day, a 2-year-old. So I immediately recognized this is stupid. Like, why am I doing this? Like,
we have seen it though. I mean, look at this year. Even the number of deer that are on
it's made a tremendous difference. I mean,
between
the biggest, in my opinion, what happened over there was not having that property. All that North Roberts was unavailable. That's the reason. That's the biggest reason why the population is what it is now. Nothing. Not that everything that you guys and what we've done has.
Oh, it's made a huge difference.
Yeah,
dude. There's been years where like, come Thanksgiving, I can't find a 3-year-old.
Yeah.
I remember those years.
For 2 years, though, that property wasn't leased, and that's what did it.
Big part of it, for sure.
Huge pressure not being on there. So now it's back. Now that's owned. No, we don't know to what extent, because like in the beginning, the fear was, well, they'll kill everything, right? They bring in their uncles, and he tried to give you insurance that, no, they're only going to do that, but yeah. How's that gone so far? Not great.
No, not good at all.
So who knows where it's going to go? I mean, I think the hard part for all of us has been, we all want the same thing. We really do. Who doesn't want to shoot a big buck? Who doesn't want to shoot an old buck? But at what point and how do you do that? Like for me, the difference between like Jared and I, like if there's not a 4-year-old there, he's just going to go somewhere else and shoot it. Or that turned into 5. But for me, like that place at Dwayne's, like that buck I just shot, that 7-point. Jared thought it was 3. I don't know what it was, 3 or 4. Madison thought it was 4.
She pulled in size, or she might know.
At the drone. But you get so worked up talking about that.
I don't think so.
In the end of it, doesn't really. Everybody I showed that to, people I respect, are like, that's a giant buck.
Yeah.
Big 7-point.
Yeah. And so like, why do you got to get so wound up about it? Like to the point to where it's like,
it was a trophy for you. So you shot it.
Yeah. So
well done.
but I do feel like next year, my scale is sliding. Like next year, like I think I will hold off a little bit more, like and try
if they're there,
if
right?
they're-
You're
if
not
they're
gonna
there.
you're not gonna hunt ghost either.
Right. So what do you do with that? Do you just like abandon the farm because it's fun? It's fun to go over there and put all the work in yourself, and that's always been the problem here. Is we do all this work, Jared, Dwayne mostly, and put money and time into it, and everybody else reaps the benefit from it. So what do you do with that? You
We're not going to stop.
Huh?
We're not going to stop.
No, I hope not. I mean, because it's a beautiful thing. It's we're lucky
at a certain point though, yeah, you got to gauge your input, and you're like, it does get to a point where you're like, if they kill. I mean, right now, yeah, we have a couple deer that I would shoot, 5-year-olds and stuff, but if it got to the point where we couldn't grow a 5-year-old deer, like I wouldn't keep doing the work. And I mean, at a certain point, it's like, what are we doing?
Yeah,
I'd try to convince you to sell some of the farm and move it into something where you could do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because that's what we talked about even in the beginning.
Not just for me either, because I'm like, I know you guys want to have that experience too. And I'm not going to tell you to sell your farm, but I'm like, hey, I'm fine having some success, doing it somewhere else too. So there's other opportunities out there, Yep. I would, if I were in your situation, like with the farm, which I'm not, it's a very different situation. You are going to keep it for all kind of other reasons, but it's like, I would be looking for, where can I grow frickin' giants?
Yeah. I'm looking at this comment here. That's when you convince your neighbors to plant food plots and turn the tables on them. I tell you,
they're not going to do it.
The neighbors won't do it.
You can't teach anybody anything anymore.
Well, not when corn is available, right? Like in Illinois, they kind of have to, because there is nothing to attract them to their property.
That's why we went to Illinois,
right?
And frankly, dude, it's awesome.
But in Kentucky, in Kansas, in Ohio, like the corn pile is the easy scapegoat. They don't need to plant a food plot.
Which is
like my Kentucky farm is getting crushed. We were just talking about it. I've got 10 acres of standing beans and 4 acres of standing corn and alfalfa. And my neighbors are counting all the bucks because they just put 1,000 pounds of corn out the week before gun season.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to come to it.
Right.
They may rely on the food that I have on my farm. They're still going to go hit that corn pile and then they get shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just what it is. Like there is no.
So now let me ask you this, because of, everything you guys do to shoot big bucks, and you have here we have corn piles in different areas of that. All the things you learned growing up, like cover scents and don't do this and don't do that, or do this or do that. Does that all still affect in everything in hunting?
I think the biggest thing that I did younger that I wouldn't dare do now is access.
Yeah.
Like we used to walk right through the bean field and deer would blow out and you're like, boy, they're out tonight, and then you climb up in the stand, you're like,
I remember, you remember that first spot we ever hunted? It was, we'd be walking in there in the dark in the morning, opening day of bow season or whatever. There's deer blowing everywhere. And I remember thinking like, a lot of deer here.
We're in it now.
Like, yeah, good spot.
Like the cover set, you spray yourself down.
No concept of we were doing damage.
No. That. You wouldn't dare go to the bathroom out in the woods,
Yeah, no.
You carried.
I peed
I still do that.
I peed 12 times out of my tree tonight.
Took a dump at the bottom of mine.
Yeah.
I did too.
and the deer, it doesn't affect them.
Didn't affect them.
Not like they say it does. It doesn't affect them. Yeah.
Some people think it does. But.
I mean, playing
in the thermos.
Playing the wind is for sure a big one.
Yeah.
And it's because I don't care if you're cover scenting or nose jamming. I don't think you can beat the whitetail's nose.
No.
Maybe he's confused or she's confused, but they smell something.
Oh yeah.
Right.
There's something there. You can't beat their nose. So I don't, so from a cover scent, we've really liked the scent armor stuff. That's what I shout. It's not a scent free thing. It's a cover scent, it's a cedar, whatever cover scent. It's just, I don't know if it works, but I've been pretty good with it. And, I think it seems like it was.
We're hitting on something I think is really interesting. And I don't know if this is primal, if it's ego, what it is, but what makes it fun for me, and I think you guys too, you're doing it your way.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of it, you're like, I did it. that's what I did.
Right.
You know, even though you're waiting them out, that's your strategy. Not right or wrong. It's just at the end of it, you can say, man, I thought that would work, and it did. I'm kind of like you, where it's fun to purposely plan it all out, make a plan, and And Dwayne's more just let's just wing it. You know, it's luck. There is an element of it for sure.
Oh, no doubt.
Not every big deer shows on camera. And
I disagree. No, I think they do,
and that's okay. You can disagree.
Have you ever killed one that we haven't got a picture
I've
of?
seen many big deer walk right by.
But you never killed one.
Double drop time?
Huh?
Double drop time?
There we go.
Well, that's fair. But
that's been the one that's driven everything.
The camera strategy has improved.
I mean, like, so you say that, like, right now, do you think there's a big buck on your Ohio farm you don't know about?
I'm sure there is.
Oh. Well, I'd say
I don't think so.
A high possibility because
it is possible.
He may have been down the road and he got kicked off by another.
That's what it would have to be. Yeah. Well, like that drop time, dogs chased him off of another property.
Yeah.
But we talk about it all the time, and it's just because of the way our property set up.
No.
Like in my big woods, like I just had one today. I had a new 5-year-old show up. I don't know that deer.
Right.
You don't see surprise bucks very often in the season.
Mm-hmm. Well,
we don't have cameras everywhere either. We have a lot of them, but not everywhere.
Right. There's always going to be weak spots, where they could come in.
Look, if I take it right back to the very beginning when we all had success at the Scary Oak, this is so interesting. Jared shot a 3-year-old with the bow. You shot a 3-year-old with the bow. Brian shot the best one, a 3-year-old with the bow. And I shot a 3-year-old with the gun at Scary Oak. And that was the year that I think we probably had the initial most success as a group. It'd be like us coming out here, 4 out of 5 of us shooting a buck here in Kansas. That'd be great, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And it just seemed like it'd be so easy. Let's raise the bar to 4. But for some reason, it wasn't. It was a lot harder.
Yeah.
It's called
in hindsight, it's probably because we shot all the 3-year-olds the first year.
Yeah, there were no.
I wonder how many years did that set us back?
Yeah. Well, you're not wrong about that, but I mean, it became incrementally harder.
Yeah.
You know? And in 5 seems almost like impossible.
Going to the moon.
Yeah.
Because
did we
if
go?
it exists.
Did we go?
No, we have them. We have 5-year-olds for sure.
We went to the moon.
But to do it consistently because of the stupid coyotes.
Well, dude, we have a tough time like controlling like our group dynamic, and it's a hard property to hunt in the first place
because it doesn't hunt big.
No, it hunts small, and we've got 5 or 6 guys, that are gonna, and it don't take much.
Yeah.
These stands that we were like, well, let's not hunt them till it gets good. By the time it gets good, we've hunted them 9 times, and that's just it is what it is.
Yeah. It's not optimal. I agree. I mean, and we'd all do it different. Like if you had all that farm to yourself, I know you would hunt it a certain way, and your dad would be hunting it a different way, and I do it a different way.
Yeah.
So who's right? That guy right there, the one that owns it.
Well, and it's not even right or wrong. It's just what is the end result, which is we're all hunting it our own way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think where I'm at with it is, when you say a hard time, this is a hard thing that we're trying to do, grow these deer with all these external pressures. But what I'm the most proud of, I feel like we've made some progress on compromising on you don't have to be 100% on everything. And I know,
I think that's been a big tension piece within the group, right? Of hey, so. we're not shooting these deer.
Yeah. It's been building.
And then those deer get shot anyways.
Yeah.
And then you're like, what are we doing?
They have a do not shoot buck. So we changed it this year. We had 1 buck that we reserved just for Jared and I, which was Temptation.
Mm-hmm.
And so they could hunt any other buck that they wanted.
How'd that work out?
Not great.
And see how it worked out.
Yeah. He did die on your property, though.
He did die.
Jared did shoot him, and he did die on your property.
Jared did shoot him.
Yeah.
But that was...
not that we reserved him, but Dad said, hey, we'd like first opportunity.
And there was no pushback on that at all.
No. Well, you also can't have 4 or 5 guys say, cool, let's all target. I'm like,
yeah.
Well, it's just not that random. Like, dude, when these deer get killed, like there's one spot to be.
Yeah.
Most times I feel, so it's not just like, oh, who's going to get them? It's kind of like
whoever's in that spot.
I got a picture of him there yesterday morning, like go sit the spot. Like,
yeah, he's dead.
So,
or you got a good shot at him.
Yeah.
So another question. I'm trying to learn.
You're trying to learn?
Trying to learn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Never told to learn, Jerry.
When you see doe being chased, okay, it's like they can run through an open middle of the field, and it's like any buck in that area automatically is on them. Why? What is it just from her doe pee?
No, it's just pheromones.
Or it's their pheromones, right? So, so why do we use doe pee as a scent?
Because there's pheromones in it.
Well, then why doesn't it do the same effect as a live doe does?
Because I think that we talked about this the other day. I think the deer,
strange woman in the field.
I think the deer in that area know each other.
Yeah.
And so when you introduce, it's a pen deer or whatever. We actually had a podcast guy send us 2 bottles of AI pee that he just got. I have them at the house. And
AI pee?
Yeah, like artificial insemination, not artificial intelligence. Yeah, different AI.
Insemination
now. Insemination.
Soon they will be.
Yeah, it's not real. But yeah. So, anyways, pulls that, and it's like, yeah. I mean, in my opinion, you could use that, and 1 or 2 year old, and maybe a 3-year-old, be like, whoa, what's going on here? Like this. But the deer, and especially the does in that area, they know each other's scent.
Just
they know
like
everything.
The other night when I was in that stand and those 5 doe come down.
Yep.
And they kept looking to the right because they knew something was there. And I could see the body of another deer coming through, and they just kept looking, but then they'd go back deep so when they saw that, at first they were like, oh, what's that?
Yep.
But then they smell it.
They knew.
It's like, okay, yeah.
They knew. Yeah, it's whatever. Forky. He's coming out.
Right.
He's a pain in the ass.
Kind of figured that, but just
I think that's it's speculation, right? But when the one thing that we don't know about deer herds is the social aspect.
Yeah.
Like there's no way besides like observation data to know what's happening as a social dynamic in the herd, pressure, buck to doe ratio, whatever hierarchy. Like it's all speculation. So, in that, if you're like, hey, there's 30 deer in this area, those deer come in contact with each other a lot. They're social animals. So all of a sudden you bring deer 31 in, and it's like, have you seen this? Have you seen her before?
Yeah.
Like who?
They don't like it.
They don't like it.
Yeah.
And they know. Like they just they know.
So what would happen to say, just like how you like to do the grunt calls and rattling that. So I'm in an area and I'm using a grunt call. Okay. Well, this buck there, but he knows he's not the king.
Yeah.
So is he going to answer to it? Or is he going to say, that's.
I think that's what you see. Like I had 2 3-year-olds and they acknowledged me. They looked, but they didn't come in and be like, who's barking at me? Yeah, I'll get my ass kicked.
The hierarchy of the.
Well, even the buck tonight, which I think was probably at least a 5-year-old deer, I'm assuming. I grunted at him multiple times and he was like, I ain't messing. So somebody may have kicked his ass. I don't know. Or he knows that he's the boss and he's like, I'm not wasting my time. Like,
right.
So like, yeah, I think that's just that social aspect and forever will be the unknown, right? We just don't know what that affects. I do think that if you look at this area and having lower deer populations likely, or just deer populations that are spread out more because of the habitat, any which way you want to look at it, that space contributes a lot to the bigger deer in this area, because I don't think the soils are that good here. It's not like our soils in Illinois or some of the soils in the river bottoms of Iowa or something. Like it's probably not that good productivity, but the space, therefore the extra resources, therefore probably less stress in some cases, I think probably contribute a lot to what they can put on their head. But that social stuff that, there's no measurable for it. They did, they literally would do, tests with their feces to find stress indicators in it and see which herds were more stressed out, and assume that the herds that were more stressed out had lower reproductive rates, body weights, antler sizes. Just like with a human, like the more stressed out you are, it's not good for your body.
Right.
So, but what causes that? And then what offsets it? Do you give them more room and they're less stressed? Do you give them, more food and they're less stressed? I don't know.
Isn't that sort of what Emily did at Mississippi State with the Delta, the different?
Yeah, that was all food related though.
Yeah, all based on
nutrition related.
Yeah,
yeah, and it took generations even. So like even like when we talk about EHD, like if EHD comes in and wipes out a bunch of deer, And the deer that make it then have more space and more resources. They can throw bigger antlers in 2 or 3 years, but they won't throw bigger body weights for multiple generations because they have to change their whole skeletal structure. It's not like they're just going to put on more muscle and look like,
a tank.
Yeah, they have to literally grow their muscle or their structures or skeletal structure. It takes generations. And if all of a sudden 4 years from now there's more deer on the landscape than ever before, then they're not going to grow bigger because they know that they can't sustain.
Well, and
that.
I noticed that tonight with the 2 4-points and the spike I saw. They're big deer, body deer.
Yeah, big skeletal deer.
They're a little 4-point. They're a big body deer.
Well, case in point, and I mean, we think Jared's deer was sick somehow, but the kamikaze buck he shot, Phil dressed at 220. I mean, when we walked up on it, we're like, horse, like monster. And then we get pictures of this 11 who's older than him, and we're like, damn, dude, if that deer was 220 field dress, this deer's 250 field dress. Like, I mean, it's a freaking mega. And it field dressed 35 pounds less.
Wow.
But he looked more stout. He looked fuller. Everything about him looked like he was an absolute bull, but he just was smaller structurally. So there's just less weight there. But that also made his antlers, what we thought looked bigger, end up being smaller. So like that buck that you saw, we've argued or debated multiple times. Hey, is that a 24-inch spread? Roger thinks it's 26. Like,
call it 25.
If that deer weighs 250 pounds on the hoof, shit, it's probably 26 plus. If he weighs 200 pounds on the hoof, probably under 24.
I bet he does weigh 250 on the hoof too.
Yeah, he's a big deer.
I don't know.
Big, solid deer.
I would have said your deer literally would have field dressed at between 230 and 250, and it field dressed 185. So like,
well, I wouldn't have said that seeing him in person.
I know. I'm just talking from a picture standpoint.
That's the whole thing with these pictures, though. They're
deceiving.
They are deceiving. I mean, some of them, most of them don't do the deer justice, but sometimes, like that particular deer, I mean, I'd be shocked if he was 26 wide.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a heck of a deer, but.
Well, and think about like
24.
In the summer we see them, but like now when they're peak body size or, even like how many times do you see 2 big mature bucks in a trail camera photo together at the end of October?
No. Yeah. That you can measure against.
Yeah. It's not like, wow, look how much taller that one. No, they're not together. They're not around each other. So you don't see that interaction or that comparison right there.
Yeah.
Unless you have something scaled in the photo where you're like, oh, he's standing by this feeder, and then this buck's standing by the feeder, and it's like, wow, look how tall he is.
Right.
Yeah. So,
well,
yeah.
Well, let's check on the weather here.
Check on the weather. We'll let everybody go after that. We got to get up at 4:15.
It's not looking great.
Go.
What do you think?
0.1 inch per hour.
Why don't you do your thing, Jeremy?
Okay.
It's just high likelihood of rain.
Well, I'll tell you right now.
0.17 is 6.
It is raining.
Okay.
Currently it's raining. 3 a.m. 0.13, 4 a.m. 0.14, 5 a.m. 0.2,
Whoa.
6 a.m. 0.18.
That's bad.
7 a.m. 0.09, 8 a.m. 0.04, 0.02.
That's
0.04.
doable there.
So let's head out there like an hour after. Like let's just get out there, and wait for it to let up a little bit, and then head out.
I think we're gonna set a daylight in a blind in the rain.
Oh yeah, you might as well.
Yep. And then we may come back in though at 9 or 10 and reposition for the evening.
Or what do you think? Or should I just go in the pouring rain?
I don't know, dude. Point 2 is heavy.
Yeah, it's
Thanks for having us, guys.
Yeah. Wait, we have to do the sign off.
Yeah.
We have to do the sign off.
Official sign off.
You have to do official sign off. You can't do that. Yeah, we didn't even open it up. And we're back.
Ew.
Yeah, we didn't do that. But we're off on that one. Anyways, we appreciate everyone listening to HUNTR Podcast live from Kansas Deer Camp. We only do it once a year.
Yep.
So if you miss it on this one, you guys can go back. It'll be live on YouTube. You'll be able to rewatch it here for years to come. Great being in deer camp with the dads, featuring Uncle Dale.
Featuring Uncle
Dale. We have one more day here. Obviously, if something happens, we're gonna film a hunt companion tomorrow. We have to. So this same group of 5 will film our 30-minute hunt companion, which will air on Sunday night. And other than that,
short and sweet.
we'll catch you. Yeah, short and sweet.
Yeah.
Other than that, we'll catch you on Tuesday.
Later.
Bye-bye.